What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? Uncle Joey here. What's up, dog?
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to be here, man. I'm not gonna come out here and be like Jamie Foxx, you know.
You're not gonna dance for the first 10 minutes.
No, I'm not gonna dance. And it was nothing fucking serious. You know, I just had some issues, but a lot of other shit went on this week.
Okay.
We got a new motherfucking president.
Yes, we
Not
do.
that I'm political, but I watched the inauguration for about 8 minutes, then I got bored. You know? And then I saw all the celebrities, and I'm like, they fucked this shit up too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! You see Theo Von, his chair broke.
I saw that afterward online.
Right. Oh, yeah, it
I
wasn't
didn't know
on TV.
Theo was there. I just thought, you know, I was sitting there going, I wonder all those suckers that were going for Kamala Harris, if they invited them, if they would go. They wouldn't give a fuck. They'd walk over Kamala Harris just to be in the spotlight. That's how those people are. They don't give a fuck. They weren't serious. Their lives are still going. Their houses burnt down. They're happy. You know what I'm saying? Their lives are still going. They don't give a fuck. But it's a new week, you know, it's a new president. I can't vote. I'm a felon. I have a felon mind. But sometimes, bro, it's like a new start for you.
You hope like that's as much as upset as a lot of people are. You gotta hope that it goes well.
What upset?
A lot of people
What
are really
upset?
upset.
I know. Somebody told me that a friend of theirs kids were like fucking traumatized. They had to go to a psychiatrist. When I was 18, all I worried about was crabs, you know, and eating somebody with a yeast infection or something. What am I going to worry about the you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
It's so weird how priorities and politics have really eaten up into our society. Something that I never saw till about 15 years ago.
It wasn't like because I think you're right. It seems like that's all like it's all people care about. Like it's their whole identity is being like on either side, Republican and Democrat. Like it's all they care about now.
You know, I have friends that blame their lives on the party they belong to.
Right.
Or the other party. And when I started hearing that, when I moved back, I couldn't fucking tolerate it.
No.
That just wasn't for me. But, you know, it's funny because man, I got a good memory and shit like that, but I can't forget 1 year for the inauguration, which was January 20th, I was going to court that day. Like tomorrow is probably, tomorrow is like 40-something years from my first pinch. I got pinched in Fort Lee and Cliffside for possession of stolen tools.
How
and
are you
shit.
celebrating?
I'm not celebrating. I'm not proud of it, but, you know, I have a lot of anniversaries in January and February. But one of the anniversaries was me going to wait for reconsideration.
What's
And
reconsideration?
I can't figure it out, George. I can't figure out the date because I got married 9/9/89. So that means I was out. Nobody got elected in 89.
No. Well, they might have been. They might have been sworn in January.
But there would have still been 90.
No, because the election would have been 88. So January of
Yeah,
89.
okay. Yeah. There you go. I remember I was going to reconsideration to get out of fucking the halfway house. No, to get out of prison, to get into the halfway house to shorten my sentence. And it was like a 9 o'clock fucking sentence. But when I got there, the TV was on. Everybody was saluting the judge and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they're like, your trial got pushed back to 3 o'clock. I was pissed like a motherfucker. I was like, for what? They're just going to vote him in. It's over.
Yeah, they don't
They
give a
pushed it
shit.
till 3, and then I went in there, and he gave me a break. But by that time, I was going home anyway, so who gave a fuck? But I knew something had happened on Inauguration Day 1 year and shit.
Well, and reconsideration is like they'll let you like it's almost like a parole hearing.
No, when I got sentenced, he told me 4 to 6 years. But then as I was walking in, he told my attorney to file a reconsideration notice after 90 days. That means he gets it after 120, they review it, and they could either pardon your sentence.
Right.
But with me, I lucked out because Colorado House Rule 1200, 1240, something like that. If you were a violent felon, first-time offenders, nonviolent, got their sentence cut in half right off the bat. So I was looking at 48 months. I was looking at 24 months. I did one in county, and one in county counts as 2 as state. So all I really had to do was 22 months. You're eligible for a halfway house at 18. Me having a high school diploma, having a job at the time of my arrest, took off months.
That's like a word problem. How do you keep track of all that?
I'll never forget it.
I was gonna say if it's you getting out, they.
And I know now the rules are probably even more stringent. You know, you got to have Facebook, you got to have Snapchat.
I mean, that's the whole thing with politics. It's like, and I think that's like the perfect example. I'm sure stuff is changing for a lot of people. Some people it's good, some people not so good. But like life doesn't really change that much, and like you're still you're still in prison or you're still going to court. It's not.
Only the seasons change. You know what I'm saying? Like only the fucking seasons change. And if you want your life to change, you have to make a fucking move. But if you're waiting around for a president to come and send you a fucking check, you got problems. And you know what, Lee? From 30 fucking years of experience, I will tell you that there's people, and we each know one. We each know a person that is waiting for the blue bird of happiness to knock on their fucking door.
Yeah.
Whether it's with a lottery ticket, whether it's with, you know, you just, and I was there. I know what it's like to go, look at my debt. There's only two ways I'm getting out of that. Killing somebody, taking everything, or hitting the number. Let's be honest.
Right.
At one point in your life, when you're about 30, you're partying, you're down the shore, you're jumping up and down, you're going to Mamma Mia's restaurant in New York. Everything is beautiful. At some point, you're going to look at your life and go, wow, I want to get married. I want to buy a fucking house. I owe 90 grand in credit cards. How am I going to get out of this? And that's any American today that went through the fucking pandemic. How are you going to get out of this? So you got what? Two ways. Getting a gun, right? That always works, but that don't guarantee any, you know.
Works is a little bit.
You got to get the right mule, you know what I'm saying? Or fucking hitting the lottery, or selling your grandmother's fucking house or something, you know.
Dude, because we talked about it, but when we left LA, I went back and I lived with my mom for off and on for about 4 years. And yeah, like 30, whatever I was, it's not exactly like where I thought I was going to be. But I can't imagine if you got in March of 2020, you lost your job, and maybe you didn't get one until end of 21, early 22.
Ton of people.
You're fucked.
And they gave out unemployment, and they gave out those loans.
But it was $400 a week.
That's $1,600 a month.
Which in New York, it's just enough to be fucking homeless.
I know, but if you're fucking collecting unemployment in New York, you know, I don't know what to tell you. That's why every woman went on OnlyFans.
I don't blame them.
The broads were the smartest ones in the world.
Yeah.
They said, you know what? It's time to show this pussy. Not really. I could show it with a silhouette. I could just show titties. You know, that's it. Look how freedom to win. But I heard that OnlyFans is starting to fuck up women now.
What are they doing?
Like, I don't know, they're psychologically falling apart. Some chick fucked 1,000 guys in 12 hours.
Did you see that? 1,000 guys?
I saw her picture on fucking Twitter, and you could tell, like, you know, everybody had a payday with her when their family tree. You know, her first fuck was her uncle and his brother. You know.
If you're taking 1,000 dicks in a day.
Something went wrong.
A lot of
Something
stuff went
wrong, guys. 1,000 dicks. She went into a Burger King, and the black kid scared. She's scared. That's me. Like some chick comes up and goes, is there something we could go so I can suck your dick? Listen, if you're asking me, it's never gonna happen. I gotta ask you. I gotta pick you up and take you on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like, but for a woman to come into a Burger King and say to you, listen, I want to suck your dick and light you on fire, I'm gonna take a pass on that for right now. I'm gonna finish my chicken sandwich.
Because like when you say it now, I'm like, oh, I would do it. But yeah, if you're working, or I don't know if he was working or a customer, but if someone just randomly comes, I'm gonna think it's like a scam or like a setup, or she has AIDS, or like I don't know if I'd do it either.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems there. There's a lot of thinking there.
Dude, I was.
She got AIDS.
Dude, I get scared about everything.
Eat that little monkey with AIDS soup.
AIDS soup?
Yeah, you'll be perfect.
No, I'll be dead. What are you talking about? AIDS? I don't have
again.
What?
You'll never get COVID again. Look at it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'll be dead in 3 weeks. AIDS soup?
Dog, there's a lot of men living with AIDS right now.
Yeah, Magic Johnson has $1 billion. I don't have $1 billion.
Listen, trust me, there's a lot of men living with AIDS right now. They've come up with vitamins and minerals that'll change
I
your
don't want
fucking
to take
life.
vitamins and minerals.
I didn't say you did. I'm just saying if you don't
That's
want COVID, you
fucked
get
up.
AIDS.
Oh my! But dude, when I was in Texas at the end of last year, you can't watch porn. So like, and I swear to, it was the first time in my life that I paid for porn. I signed up for I did 3 OnlyFans. It was one of the stupidest. First of all, 2 of them were $3 a month. $3, and then but they fuck you because you can't see it. So when you pay the $3, then you got to go in and pay $80 for one picture. But I think I found like probably the best. Like I love our podcast. It's probably the best podcast in the world. It's this dude. It's this porn star and his wife who's a porn star, and they have like half an hour where they talk, and they're like, "Hey, how did you get into porn?" And then they just take their clothes off and they fuck on the podcast.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a pretty good podcast, but
But it's on the porno sites?
it's on OnlyFans. You have to pay. It was like 20. I paid like I think it was like $20.
But they're married.
The porn stars, yeah, but they fuck everybody.
Oh, so other people come in.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Other porn stars come in, and I didn't watch 1 second of the podcast. I fast forwarded it right until they were naked, and then I can't even imagine. Holy shit! Can you imagine like when we started podcasting? Do you ever think there'd be like a live couple fucking on the podcast?
Not really. But dog, things are going. The world is in a different fucking place. And listen, I like my computer. I've been in trouble all my life. I just want peace.
Right.
I get people who pull me aside and tell me to go here and VPN. I won't do it. Like, I don't want to see the dark side. I've already lived it.
Right.
So for me to go into the dark side now, you go on VPN and buy guns and fucking,
You could buy any. That was one of the guys that Trump.
syringes and all that shit. I don't need that in my life right now. I don't
No.
need some guy knocking on my door and fucking my wife's upstairs. Did you try to buy fucking shoes from Russia or some shit? I just
Right.
don't need it. The worst thing I've ever done on that computer is order Chinese shirts from a communist country.
What?
Yeah, I ordered those little Cuban Chinese shirts that the Cubans used to wear.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a 3-button Louis, cut over here on the sleeve, white silk.
Okay.
Fucking tremendous.
Does it have like a communist thing on it?
No, and then you cut the buttons and you get gold initials, like a real fucking
Oh shit.
spick, and you get a cigar. And you're like, suck my dick, you know what I'm saying? Mama la pica.
Oh my god.
That's what Cuban. And meanwhile, the kids are at home crying. They got no food. But this motherfucker is on Bergenland Avenue with 3 fucking initials blasted with diamonds.
Jesus.
But I tried to get those shirts, but I ordered like the biggest Chinese size. Like the biggest, like 6X. Because I just want to try it. I could always order more and I could shrink it. The 6X didn't even get over my head.
Oh no.
Yeah, I still got the shirts because I don't want to. I paid like fucking $80. So
80. Oh Jesus Christ.
they're badass. You iron them with fucking starch. Your shit looks fresh. You bust what? The only time Bruce Lee wore one was in Fist of Fury.
Okay, and he wore one of those
He
Cuban
wore
shirts.
One. He wore one.
Fuck. What do you think? Like, I don't know how old you were in Seattle when you were dating the stripper, but if OnlyFans was around and she's like, listen, I'm going on OnlyFans, I want you to fuck me on OnlyFans. Would you have done it at 30? No.
You can't get that back.
Yeah, I know, but you were broke.
Doesn't matter. You can't get that back.
Oh, I agree. I'm not.
You can't get that back. And someday there's just some shit that you have to look at realistically.
Mm-hmm.
I already had enough skeletons in my closet, right? I got the kidnapping. I got this, that, this. I didn't want to. No, I never had any fucking doubts about doing porn. I always thought it was disgusting. Mm-hmm. Listen, I do a lot of crazy shit, but there's not one woman that could look at me and go, you sent me a dick pic. Or you sent me a picture of your balls. And there's not one woman that could say that.
Right.
I'll tell you why. Because I would never do that.
It's scary.
Because once your dick is out there, it's out there for good. The Martians got it. You got a drone over your house. Once you send that picture to that girl, dog, I had a friend in L.A. She was half retarded. She wasn't the sharpest girl in the world, but she was a sweet girl. And I knew her for like 2 years. She'd always talk to me at comedy shows. She wasn't a comedian. She worked for an agency. And one day she told me that she went on a date with a guy and she started dating him, And she goes, after a while, we started having sex, but he would never bring me home. He would never bring me to his house. It was like his roommate's apartment or something weird. She goes, he moved away. I never heard from him again. And all of a sudden, I got a call one day that I was on a sex site
No.
having sex with this guy. And she contacted attorneys. They couldn't get the video off. They were suing people.
Damn.
You know, this is 20 years ago, guys. I don't.
But no, it
And
happens
that
now
shit
for
always
sure.
happens.
Yeah.
You know, a girl sends you a picture, you save it, you're in love with her, then one day she blows your brother, you're going to put it on fucking YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You're going to put it on YouTube. You're going to do something stupid,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like I always said, I stole a lot of things in my life, but I never stole a car. Why? Because they got you. I
Right.
can't get out of it. You're in the fucking car. You're not running with the bag and you let it go. You know what I'm saying? That's not mine. You're in the car.
Right.
That's it. You got me. There's no way you could go. All that sex shit, it's, you know, and listen, I've always wanted women to be independent.
Okay.
I mean, let's be honest with you. If I was 24 right now and I had a great body and I looked good, I would be on OnlyFans.
Hell
I wouldn't
yeah.
show my dick and balls. It'd be me swinging kettlebells and rubbing fucking orange juice on myself, jumping up and down the YMCA. That's what I'd be doing. I would be, you know.
Right.
If you want that, there's a $15,000. And that takes that whole thing away. People won't even look at you for that. But there's a lot of chicks. Bro, there's people who buy socks
Yeah.
and sniff socks and whack off. There's people who look at your picture and bang one out. For example, I'm in the hospital the other day and Weird Science is on. Anybody remember Weird Science except for George? Weird Science has one of the hottest women of all time, Kelly LeBrock and that motherfucker. She takes a shower with those two little boys. How many times did I bang my dick out just to the silhouette? I didn't even know what to need what a pussy looked like. I just imagined it was dark with a lot of hair. It's 1983. Where you going? And then she did The Woman in Red. And in The Woman in Red, she shows a pussy. When Gene Wilder knocks on the door, she goes like this. Dog, I had that motherfucker on freeze in Snowmass Village. Banging one out.
Yeah.
On freeze, dog. On freeze.
It's like shaking a little bit. Yeah.
When you were a kid, when we were 18, Tunley Avenue had those porno hotels. And if you went to Channel 9, you could see like a dick crooked because they would send, you had to call the Arab. Hello. Hello, Channel 9, you want this sex package? Yes, I do. And he would put it on, and then, you know, it was even more disgusting, you know. But I never really been, I look at my dick and I go, ugh. You know,
But always?
when I was 21 and 24,
Yeah.
I'd take it out and show it to you. That's the first thing. Hello, bam, there you go. The Cuban egg roll, front and center,
I can't believe you did it on stage.
at the Comedy Store.
That is ball. I'll
Because
do
the
almost
chick
anything on
was
stage.
telling me to take my dick out, and I told the chick, "You want me to take my dick out? Take that little monkey out." And this bitch said, "Done." And I couldn't go backwards after that.
No.
That's how you fail. You gave the lady your word. But in those days, not everybody had a camera, a phone with a camera on it. I did that shit before the phone with the camera.
Oh well, yeah, that makes. But even like, it's something weird about. I'll say anything to anybody on stage. I really will, but I don't think I take my dick out. I don't. Even if every camera was locked up, that's a baller move. That's a lot of confidence.
That was the only time I took it out, like in the hole with cocked balls. Bobby Lee was going nuts. Rogan was going nuts. Chewy was going nuts. I was a Friday night at the store. Place was fucking packed, and it was on. And I remember one time I looked at the glass, and everybody was looking through the fucking glass. I'm like, God damn, this is how to rock the fucking Comedy Store. That's the night I got off stage, and some guy comes up to me. Hello, Mr. Diaz. I'm like, how you doing? You know, he's like, I'd like to book you. And I'm like, where? And he goes, I'll have you next Friday in Rotterdam, Saturday in Amsterdam, and fucking Sunday in Birmingham. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, are you serious? He goes, I should get you a passport and everything. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He goes, next week. He goes, Monday, call this number. It's on Wilshire. He gave me a fucking money order for $250 or cash. He gave me something. He goes, go down there, put everything in. I'll expedite it. You'll be in fucking, by Thursday, I got to Kennedy Airport. And I went. And the dude was Spanish or something. And I started talking to him and her about Puerto Rico or some shit. And the chick looked at him, and they looked at each other, and she said, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" She goes, "If I process you, somewhere along the line, you're going to get stopped. And they're going to bring you back against their terms or hold you." There was a loop with my visa at the time. I didn't have a visa. This guy got me one of those quick fucking, at that time a visa was $10. So
Right.
if you gave him $300, they give it to you that day. It's 300 times profit. The guy goes, "If I put you through there," he goes, "I don't know what's going on. They're going to flag you." He goes, "You're going to get through me, but I don't want you to get flagged in fucking Austria."
Right.
And I was like, "Throw this away." And I just walked back, and I
Damn.
took that flight from all the way, because there's another airline there's another airport in Long Island, not just Kennedy, all the way at the tip that Southwest flies out of.
Oh, yeah. Islip or something?
It's Islip.
Islip?
So I had to take fucking Southwest from there. That's the tip of the other side of the earth.
Oh.
That's like an extra hour to that flight. I think if you take that flight from Islip to fucking California, it's 3 stops.
3?
I think so.
And
Two-
you didn't
two-
have a
two-
phone to call the guy who booked you, I would imagine.
Nah, I had a page in those days. That's all you need. You know what I'm saying? You don't need my number. Just page me.
Holy shit.
It was a fucking nightmare. But hey, listen, I got out of it. I wouldn't want to, who knows? I would have been in Austria fucking doing comedy like Arnold and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I just saw a clip today. Gary Owen, he put up, he had a story that he filed for divorce in Ohio and his wife filed in California, and he was doing a show in Florida, and his lawyer called him and was like, "You got to cancel your second show. You're about to get served, and if they serve you, your divorce is going to happen in California, and it's a 50-50 state." It's crazy, like, to cancel a show because that process server is going to come. Did you ever get, no one ever fucked with you at a show? Like,
Early on, when I first got into comedy, I owed every credit card. I would get to a fucking club. Like, I get to Comedy Works for the open mic on Tuesdays.
Right.
And they come to me and go, "Oh, you got a phone call." I'm like, "Fucking HBO." And it was a 1-800 number. And I called back, like, "Hi, Discover card."
No.
I'm like, holy shit. Anywhere I would go, at one point, the phone would ring from a creditor when you got there. That's how scary my life got, dog.
And you weren't even putting stuff up online then. So there was no online back then. So how did they find you?
Dog, I don't know.
Holy shit.
I don't know. It was fucking crazy. When I first went AWOL on the cards after I got divorced, for like a year, they didn't stop. And I didn't stop either. Once they started playing hardball, I started playing hardball.
How do you play hardball with Visa?
All of them. Discover, Amex, Visa at the time. I just started doing, I had those Discover checks in my drawer. In the 90s, Discover sent you a card for $500, but they also wrote you 3 blank checks.
Right.
That you could use those motherfuckers, towards that $500.
Okay.
So one night, that account was closed. And I just took a check and went to the bank for $1,000. I put it in there, and the lady gave me, "Oh, how do you want your money?" 20s.
Jesus. And
I couldn't believe she gave it to me on a Saturday night at 11 o'clock at night. Boulder was open 24 fucking hours, that bank, on 30th Street. Let me tell you what else happened at that fucking bank. I took the money, I got high, I did whatever, I lived like a doctor on Sunday. Monday morning, 9:01, they paid me. And they said, "Bring your car in. We're gonna repo it, and you better have that money by 3 o'clock when the bank closes, or they're gonna press charges." I couldn't get the $1,000, so the lady worked out a fucking deal where the Discover loan got tagged on to my bank loan for the car. I had an Acura at the time, an Integra. Mm-hmm. That's the same bank. Like in 1995, some motherfucker took, what are those things they put down? Those cones?
Okay.
He put down cones in all the lanes in Boulder, the smartest city in the world. He put lanes down. He goes, "The tellers are not working. Leave your deposit in the box." You can't believe how many people left their deposit in the box.
You kind of deserve it at that point.
Yeah, it's felony stupid, It's felony stupid.
Leave it to... And dude, like I can't even imagine what the difference is. Like, do you feel like, is that why you don't get stressed about stuff a lot? Because I can't imagine the stress you had back then, writing fake check or whatever, and then now, like...
I never wrote a fake check.
Not a fake check. You just...
I'm back up on that one a little bit. I had to think on that one. I wasn't a fake checker, but I had written, checks like when you have $22 on your account.
Right.
And you write one for $8,000. Shit like that.
Right.
Not even close.
Like that, but then also like the credit card debt you had, like to have, and we were talking about it at the beginning, like to have debt like that. I've been, there were times where I was broke, but I was very lucky. The most I ever got was a couple thousand in credit card debt. I can't imagine having 50,000. Like, I can't imagine the stress it puts on you.
Doug, how many people? I mean, we have a mutual friend. What were her student loan payments a month?
Oh shit, was it like 1,000 or so?
No. The Mexican.
Oh Jesus.
Remember you had a number? You were concerned if something ever happened?
It was like 1,000. It was a lot. I forget now. But it was like
$1,400 a month.
Jesus.
The Mexican chick.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Yeah,
You
no,
have teeth.
I remember.
Okay. I mean, it's $1,400 is your first payment every month. Before rent, before car, insurance. $1,400 to a person who's 24 years old, 25,
Right.
26. That's fucking stress, guys. But again, her first year salary is going to be $140. Okay, but still,
But that's not.
It was 10 years. Mm-hmm. Remember, it was a long sentence. It wasn't one of these 3-year, 24-month.
No, it's like longer than that.
9% APR. You know what I'm saying?
Remember, we had towards the end of the LA podcast, we had someone come on, and she was brand new to LA, and she had like a Mercedes for like $900 a month.
$900 a month. $900 a month. And again, you look at somebody, and I understand you have to have some type of image, but you know what? I'd rather eat and snort
Yeah.
blow and show up on
Holy
a
shit.
fucking scooter. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather show up with a little Chinese guy. I'm whipping him than fucking show up with that, and I'm living like a fucking pauper. I'm hiding from the landlord. And that's a lot of people will do that. Listen, I was in Los Angeles for a long time, and I saw so many people that had 6-figure cars. And I'm like, but those people disappeared in 9 months. You never saw them again. Something always happened. The mother died. They had to go back. They just disappeared.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people that were just trying to set up shop and be big shots. They'll take their whole credit card, go buy a couple of Armani suits, some shoes, and that's how they'll play it. They'll rent the house and tell you they own it.
Right.
Up in Malibu or whatever. Well, there's nothing left. I'm sorry to say that.
Now you know they're lying for sure.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They'll
Oh,
go
yeah,
up in the
100%,
Hollywood
yeah.
Hills. They'll rent the house. It's $29,000 a month. I mean, my buddy was renting a house 3 blocks from me for $10,000 a month. $10,000 a month. Nice house, but they had no furniture. You walk in there was a table, and that's it. And a TV and a couch. $10,000 a month.
Fuck.
If you want to pay it, they'll take your money. You can live just like Tony Montana. You can have the exact same house like fucking Tony. It's amazing. You know it.
Yeah.
You saw it. You could just move to LA and play the role. That's it. Havana Productions. How you doing, Joey Diaz? Havana Productions. I'm thinking of doing an 8-part series on the Spanish-American influence. And the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
The fuck do you know?
And
those motherfuckers piss me off, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because they always fuck with people when they're most vulnerable. And that's why I've always hated those people. I've done a lot of bad shit, okay? But I don't fuck with people's talent. I know what it feels like when you're fucking not eating for 3 days and some motherfucker bumps into you and says, I can make you a star. And you're like, really? I just want a steak sandwich. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need is a steak sandwich and a little bag of fries. Give me a fucking gram of blow, and you won't hear from me for a week. And that's all I needed.
Right.
But there's people come up to you and they fucking like, I'm going to do this for you, and then you realize like this guy's a fucking bum. And it continues in L.A. and it continues in New York. You're always going to bump into those people that come in with a bullshit story. I used to work for this guy. I want to help you. And you're sitting there and you're vulnerable and you go, you know what? Let me do some work with this guy. And he takes you into a deeper hole of depression.
Oh, and I love it because because of you. And I'd like to think I'm not the most retarded person, but like I was at an open mic this week and this dude was there and he had like 8 jackets on, a bunch of scarves, and it was like, hey, do you want to be in my documentary? And the people were saying yes, and I looked at his phone. He was filming it A on his phone, B, he wasn't even on their face. He was just on their shoulder. There's people who are just crazy, and I think it's like we want it so bad that we're willing anything that we can do to go viral or to like.
Because we're vulnerable. We're hungry. We want what our friends want. You know, it looks nice on paper. You know, dog. I get this once a month on Instagram, like how to become famous. Like people actually go out of their way and say that. And I just look at it. You know that you have like those things on Instagram of people that are your friends, and every once in a while you slide it over, and it's a bunch of people you don't know.
The messages? You
got to read those messages. They're not good. Those things are not good.
Dude, I had this guy, and I'm sure it happens to you all the time. There was this one dude who on like every money platform was sending me like requests like on a daily basis. Like I don't know what kind of money people think I have. I'm not doing bad, but I don't have give random people money kind of money. And this dude and I asked a couple comics like who I was opening for, and like, oh yeah, I get that same guy. And like it's just every day a message on a different app.
It's a crazy world, the internet. We're gonna take a breather real quick. Another interesting thing that happened this week was, and again, I don't even know why I'm bringing this up. I was just hoping to get a fucking reaction out of you cocksuckers. The hostages got free, only 3, but it starts with 3, right?
That's all that got out is 3.
I think
my Israeli news.
They got the 3, and then we gave them 36 soldiers or something like that. I don't know. I was too busy with my own dilemmas. So, New Year's came and went. I got to be honest with you guys. If you guys know me, like, I was excited about the holidays this year. Honest to God. You know, I was in L.A. all those years for the holidays. I came back here. The first year was kind of quiet. Then the next year was just us. Then the following years when I came back from Nashville, and I spent it by myself. My wife was mad at me for 3 weeks. And then I was looking forward to this year. My nieces were coming. You know, I was going to try to fucking have a great holiday. So starting like October, I was like, fuck it. It's the holiday.
October for starting Halloween?
Yeah, and I started, you know, talking to Fung Factory Farms, and they started sending me those death mushrooms. And I'm like, God damn. I went from eating 2 stems to 3 to 4.
When did you eat 2 stems?
You know. And, you know, listen, guys, I was just having a good time, blowing off steam. I was having a great time doing stand-up. You know, I was still eating a bag of dicks from time to time, but at least I was out there. It's better than me. But I had a lot on my fucking coconut. Like, I just had a lot about dates and what I wanted to do and this, and I'm like, you know. And I have, you know, Osteria's by my house, which I love that place. I could always eat a handful of mushrooms and just sit at the bar and laugh my ass off there, which I was doing a lot of nights. You know, and that's what I would do. I would just fucking grab a handful, sprinkle it on a pizza, fucking eat the pizza. I'd go see my little Arab friend over at the fucking pizza place at Carlos, the girl. I love her. She'd give me a cheese slice. I put like 6 grams of mushroom in it and eat the pizza right in front of her. She'd just shake her head. And then I'd drive around till the mushroom hit me. You know what I'm saying? It's a loud fucking music. That's my world. And that's what I was doing. Then I'd go to Osteria and giggle. And then by the time I got home, the house was alive. At least I'd be home alive. So when I got home, I made Terry get up. Come on, let's go. Goof around with her, make Mercy come down. So I was just in a better fucking mood, guys, you know? But if you know anything about Uncle Joey, he just went deep into the milk. I just was going deep. And I went deep straight till fucking New Year's. Straight. Like I would take 3 days off the shrooms and then go 2 days, and they take 4 days off. But those 2 days, I was eating 12 or 13 or 14 grams. This wasn't no hoop-de-doop motherfucker.
Let's be honest. You have no idea how much you were eating because you were just going by handful.
We just
which
eat
is the
by
crazy.
sound. Because I like that euphoria when it first hits you. You know, that's what everybody likes about getting high. The euphoria, whether it's whatever the fuck you're doing, you're going to get fucking high. So that euphoria, later on with the mushrooms, I would take them to keep up, and it's like reefer. I need that first. So let me eat 14 grams up front so I don't go that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like
For those of you asking, 1 gram is like one. I would take 2 to 2.5, maybe 3, and I'd have I would be fucked up. 14. That's a.
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Doesn't fucking matter. All right. And it was like.
All right.
It's just a number, motherfucker. So, it's just a number.
Okay.
So it's just weird. Like I started feeling shitty on the 3rd. The 3rd, it was the first was a Thursday. Friday was the 2nd. That 3rd, I remember going, everything caught up with me. I was done. I hadn't been smoking. I was like, something's wrong with my chest. And then Sunday, I didn't feel good. Then Monday, I woke up sick. Tuesday, I was sick. And Wednesday was Mercy's birthday. And I finally went to the doctor, and he goes, I think you should fucking go to the hospital. But they gave me a couple treatments of the albuterol, and I felt better. But it was just a Band-Aid.
Right.
Like when I got outside, once you go outside and the air was cold, it would just lock me up, guys. It would just lock me up like it would anybody, So that Thursday I woke up and I was like, I could do this. And then we had a Villa on that Monday. Mm-hmm. And then the Tuesday was the open mic.
Right, and you were okay-ish.
And I was the open, no.
No?
No.
Because I remember at the open mic, you said you weren't feeling good, but you went up.
What's that?
You went up and...
No, I got there. I was closing the show, so I didn't want to cancel, so I went down there. But I noticed it after 5 minutes that I started sweating profusely.
Yeah, he did say that after you got off stage.
And I did not sweat like that since my cocaine days. Not that I would do coke before I went on stage, but I would...
Sweat.
Not do coke before I went on stage. If I did coke the night before, that night, even if I went on stage 11:45, it could be freezing out, and I'd break into a sweat. And that's how you knew I was doing coke the night before. I always sweat in that show. So when I got on that stage, and after 4 or 5 minutes, I could feel sweat dripping down my back. Mm-hmm. There's one thing to get a little sweat over here, but when you feel it, and then my breathing started getting elevated when I was up there. And I had the bag of mushrooms.
Yes, you did.
Because I did feel good when I left the house. Thank God I didn't eat them. Because once I got off stage, I'm like, this is done. My back, I could feel the wrist, my shirt was wet in the back. And the fucking sweatshirt was drenched around here. I'm like, no bueno.
And you didn't even do an hour. You did like, what, 20, 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
Yeah.
I went home. And the next morning, it was no fucking good. I went to get coffee, and my daughter came around and goes, what's going on? I couldn't fucking breathe. I was just hanging by the sink. And I had to pee. And I couldn't make it to the bathroom, so I just went on my back porch and took my dick out behind the barbecue like a savage. It's fucking squirting. I'm almost fainting,
At least you made it to the porch. I thought you were going to say you peed on the floor.
Nah, then Mercy went to school, and I told my wife, let's go. And I was going to go to Center State in Freehold.
Right.
And then a friend of mine called me. She goes, if you think it's your heart, shoot to Neptune.
Because you had to cancel a show Wednesday night, too. Yeah.
Wednesday night, I got dressed. Like at 3, I knew I'm not feeling good. But if I rest a little bit, the drive up will be easy. The drive back will be easy. It'll be I'll do 35 minutes. All these gorillas are up there anyway. I go, I could do it. I felt good. I ate a little something. I went in the shower. When I was in the shower, I'm like, this is going to be a motherfucker. I went downstairs, started the car. And when I went outside in the cold air, it was cold that night.
Yeah,
when I went outside, when I came in, my wife's like, why are you sitting down? And she looked at me, she's like, oh, no, you're in no. I couldn't fucking breathe. I walked in the car inside, something I do every goddamn day. 10 times a day.
And there's no stairs and no nothing.
No, there was no stairs. I just couldn't breathe, guys. So I said, tomorrow if I feel this way, I'm going in. I did. And when I went in there, dog, my blood pressure was 190 over 130.
Whew.
My pulse was fucking done. In fact, they took my vitals and rushed me to get an EKG. My oxygen level was 88.
I thought it was even lower than that's crazy.
They took me, they said, you're admitted. They took me into the hallway. They put a fucking boop in my arm, IV.
Yeah.
They started blasting away, fucking shooting this in me, this in me, this in me. Then they got me a room. And then my wife was there with me for a little while. And then fucking Lee showed up with fucking goodies. Was Scarface on when you were there?
No, what was on? No, Scarface wasn't on. That was fucked up because you were the TV. No, it was Remember the Titans. When I was there.
That's a good football movie.
That was a good movie.
You
but
see that?
It was
a good movie.
Fucked up because the sound was coming out of the remote.
So you left me the speakers.
I tried to, yeah.
From the airlines, and those speakers, it's like getting an iPhone. Listen, that iPhone, no, it's like when you're born, God knows when you're going to die. Only him. The iPhone, when you buy it, there's a date inside when it's going to die, okay? Airline speakers, they have a date too. They just dead. Like in the middle of the movie, that's it. I'm trying to put it back. I'm trying to fix this thing because I had them on. You put it at the edge of the thing. It was Return of the Titans. Then you left. And then I was down there for maybe 2 other hours, but people were coming in and talking to me.
Yeah.
Like all the doctors, I was talking to them and shit. So next thing you know, like, we're trying to find you a room. Dog, when I went out, so I would go in the hallway to walk around. I had to sit right back down. And there were people all out in the hallways.
Yeah,
At
that's
least I had a
scary.
room. These old people out there. Ugh. There was a lady who kept saying, hello, hello, hello.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Hello, hello. Dog, she said hello for 3 hours straight. You understand me? Dude. I thought I was like in the fucking Criminal Hall of Fame. Hello, 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 hello.
Dude, ER's a scary. I was someone else that I know was in the ER last week, and then you were. It is. I'm very happy that I've been healthy because they literally will put a bed in front of another bed in the hallway. We don't have anything. You don't have anywhere to plug in your phone, like to even look at anything, and like they're just walking around. The ER is a scary place. The room you had was a lot better.
Well, that was a room in the ER.
Right.
You know, so I was still downstairs amongst the animals. You know, I ate, Lee left, and then they brought me up around 10, and it was a 2-man room. And that guy was crumpled up, making weird noises. They put me in the corner, in the window side. At least I had a window, a view. I had my own TV. The room was cut in half, and I had my own bathroom. He had his own bathroom. About 2 o'clock, I'm like, I'm going to fall. I didn't bring my sleep apnea machine. So they brought me one of their machines, which was basically a ventilator. It sounded like a fucking car engine.
Oh, no.
You know, and I couldn't. What fucking number are you? I don't know. What? No, I don't know. It's a fucking car engine. So all that I'm about to fucking take off with that mask on. About 3, dog, I started getting depressed. I woke Terry up and I got to go home. I've been here for fucking 15 hours. Nobody knows dick. They already took blood out of me from everywhere.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom. And she's like, don't leave. And I got the nurse and I go, listen, I'm thinking of fucking Ubering. I contacted Uber. They said, we got an Uber there in 7 minutes. You'll be home by 5:03 or something. And my wife called back and she was really upset. She goes, you got to stay, dog. What the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
And I agreed. I sat there. At 6, I was fucking starving. So they gave me some cereal and shit like that. And then at 9, breakfast came. Now, the guy next to me, as much as I wanted to leave, I'm like, I'm going to give these motherfuckers till about 3. You know? The guy next to me was complaining. And that some doctor came in first thing in the morning and told him if everything went right, he could go home. Once they tell you that fucks you up.
Right.
Every time somebody came in to talk to that guy after that, he kept saying, yeah, but the first doctor said I could fucking leave. This went on for about 2 or 3 hours with this guy. I went down to test to do some type of test. And when I came back, they let the guy out. He didn't make it to the elevator. Once they discharge you, you got to start in the basement again. They put him right back in the basement.
He forced his way out and he fucking fell at the elevator?
He fell and he fucking didn't make it, and now he was getting surgery. You know what? And I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit right here like I own this motherfucker.
I was gonna say, because
There's nowhere to go. I had no weed, but I had a backpack. And I went to get a pen, and what was in there? One single mushroom stem. I looked at it. It was one long one with a little cap, and I go, how do I do this? I just put it right back in there. It's still in the bag. It's my lucky mushroom stem.
Thank God.
And when my wife came, she goes, I brought your shaving kit. And when I opened the shaving kit, I had edibles in there.
Oh, shit.
And right away, I'm like, I'm going to do edibles. But I was like, I'm going to do this right. Let me do this and do this right and get this over with. And then I had another roommate, and I started talking to him, and he turned out to be a fucking savage, this guy from Vietnam. And the next morning, like when he came in, I go, they gave me cereal. If you want cereal, and he goes, yeah, but I can't move. I go, I'll get it for you. I got him cereal and cranberry juice and shit. But then that afternoon, they moved me to my own room. And I tell you, the nurses were great. Dog, I'm scared of my own shadow. When it comes to hospitals and doctors, dog, it is a fucking nightmare for a guy like me. They gave me 10 shots just in this arm. If I show you my arm, it's just bruised up over here from the fucking the blood clot.
Oh, no.
So I wouldn't have got a blood clot. Thank God. That's why I walked every hour in the hour. Because you're sitting there all day. I wouldn't even lay in the bed. I would sit in the chair and read. I was reading a fucking book. But I would walk every hour on the hour. And sometimes they'd make me walk with the oxygen on my finger. And it would show them. My fingerprints are gone. If I was ever going to be a burglar, this is the fucking week. Because they came up every fucking hour and took blood out of each finger. I swear to God, they took so much blood out of this finger, it was out of blood. Like the fucking Filipino nurse. They had to send the head nurse, Carmelita. I loved her to death. And she's like, you have no blood, Mr. Diaz. I go, yeah. Because they've taken every fucking ventricle. Whatever. So they started on this hand, this. I still can't feel my fucking things. No wonder people get diabetes. Look at my fingers. How hard they are. They look like little sausages and shit. Because I regrew skin like a motherfucker. I swear to God. They shot me with fucking needles. And that was twice a day. That heparin, whatever the fuck. That was twice a day. Do we want me to tell you it hurt? No, it didn't hurt. The fucking worst pain I got was when I first checked in. She goes, I'm going to take some blood. I didn't expect for it to hurt me. But she was putting an IV in. So it took me a little deeper. But I was okay. I didn't pass out. But I had some fucking adventures in there with the needles. I really did because I have rolling veins. So they can't. I got good veins, but they roll. So when you stick a needle, they disappear. So the first night, they tried 5 different fucking IVs on me. How I didn't snap, I don't know.
I was going to say, because people were checking in with me, and at first I didn't know what you wanted me to say, and then when I could tell a few people what I said, because some people are like, how mad is he? I'm like, you know what? Though I will say the Thursday when I was there the first time, you did say you had a couple 50s to try to bribe your way out of there.
I showed up with 800. I had fucking money stashed, and I fucking took it all. And I went down, I had like $600 bills. 2 of those hundreds will get me anywhere in this country. You understand me? So I always knew I had an out. I always knew if things got dangerous, somebody give me a ride home for the small 200.
But you handled it pretty well. I
had no choice. Every once in a while I got to come to terms with what's going on.
Right.
Because what's worse? You ever try going to the doctor nowadays, guy? Okay.
It's impossible.
Your piss hurts. You got to go to your main doctor. That's a small 50. You got to drive the morning, and then you got to go to your fucking. Now you got to set up an appointment with this douchebag, and now your emails are going off because checking in. Are you checking in for your appointment next Thursday? It's next Thursday. You know what I'm saying? They fucking torture the fuck out of you.
But even that, if you were sick today, you couldn't probably get into your regular doctor for a month.
And guess what?
What?
For 3 fucking months, I couldn't get into my regular doctor. On the drive up here today, she called. Oops, We have an appointment tomorrow, 11:30. Can you fucking believe that? I couldn't get in there for 8 fucking months. Now all of a sudden, they're calling me to tell me I fucking got an appointment at 11:30 tomorrow morning. So this is the weirdest thing about the medical fucking field. But the craziest event I had, guys, was, okay, so they did a bunch of x-rays, they did a bunch of tests, they took a bunch of blood. They were taking 3 to 4 tubes a day of blood. First thing in the morning, needle in the vein with the fucking leg. I see your mother.
What's the leg?
I don't know, it's like an air pump and it fills up 3 tubes without you knowing.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. I don't look. So after the dude says this to me on Friday, he goes, listen, Joey, we got one test we're going to give you. And what they do is they slit your wrist and they put this up your wrist and it goes into your heart. And if you need a stint or a balloon, it does it right on the spot. And he goes, but it could cause a stroke. It could do this. It could do that. I said, listen, let's just fucking do this shit, right? Okay. So Monday comes, and they're going to do this test on me. It's supposed to be at like 9, maybe 10 o'clock. They're like, you can't eat after midnight. And I'm like, that's not going to work. That's if I'm going to see you at 7 for blood. But if you're going to take me somewhere at 7 and not feed me, so I got up at 5, and I had 2 boxes of Rice Krispies and an apple or something in a fruit bowl. Right, just to fill me up a little bit. And then sure enough, they didn't come get me till 10 o'clock. So I was prepared. At least I wouldn't go insane.
Right.
When I get down 10, they're like, oh, you're not even going in for another hour. The guy's still in front of you and they got to clean the room. So I knew I was fucking prepared. But in the meanwhile, they came over to me and they go, you know exactly what you're going to do? And I'm like, not really. And they're like, all right, we'll break it down for you. We're going to take you in there. Hold on. All right, so we're going to take you in there. They're going to put the thing in your arm. It's going to go through your heart. They're going to fix it. If it's non-fixable, if there's nothing going on, we won't do nothing. But if there is going on and it's not the balloon and the stent, we're on the wire with a heart doctor, a whole team, and we decide what we're going to do with you then. If we're going to continue to surge. And I go, you guys didn't tell me about this third option. It was a balloon, and that's it. All of a sudden, you're thrown, what's behind door number 3? You know what I'm saying?
Open heart surgery? Like legit?
Nah, they was going to do something else. They have to do something. The guy's name was Dr. Gergis. He was great. He was fucking great. His assistant was telling me this, right? So he goes, they go through your wrist, and if for some reason they can't, they go through your nut, whatever, through the groin. I go, okay, no problem. When this guy leaves, this little Salvadorian lady comes in. Hello, Mr. Diaz. And she's like, I'm going to get you ready for surgery. She starts shaving my arm. And all of a sudden she goes, okay, put a towel between your legs. I'm going to... I go, no. Right? I go, no. They're doing the wrist. She goes, but just in case, we have to do that. I don't want to come back in and shave hair and go everywhere. And I'm like, So she put a little towel on me like The Rock. I was just laying there and just shaved the side. She put a little powder. She wiped it down with some Malukia juice. Ooh, you have rash. I was never so fucking embarrassed. 62 years old. This lady is shaving around my nutsack. Thank God I took a shower that morning. And she didn't get a dose of that morning nut. You know what I'm saying?
The morning nut.
Oh, that morning nut. We all take a whiff of it in the morning.
I love it.
Before you serve it up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta whip them up. So I fucking go in there, right? The room is freezing. Just how I like it. They fucking, wheel over onto a table. They're talking to you. A ton of shit's going on. I'm having a good time, guys. I'm like, at least he's going to get it over with. I get this shit over with, man. It might hurt. People said the arm's going to hurt for a few days. Nothing. Motherfucker. When they did whatever to my wrist, because I already had an IV in here. So they put the drugs in there. They go, we're going to get you high. You're not going to be singing. You're not going to be sleeping, but you have to, in case we tell you got to breathe and stuff. And boom, I heard them say, we shot him 65 fentanyl. I go, no. I go, listen, because after 5 minutes, I didn't feel nothing. I'm like, guys, I got a high tolerance. You better hit me with another shot. So they gave me 25 more milligrams of fentanyl. And then I started feeling little bots. Whatever they put into my wrist, dog, made my leg pop up. That was sharp. I was like, ah! And then it just went away. And then they did whatever procedure they did. I heard beep, beep, and I saw lights and shit. And I saw Lee dancing at Hudson County Park with a tuxedo on.
Oh, that's nice.
And all of a sudden they go, it's over. It was like 20 minutes. So he goes out. They're all talking in there. And this motherfucker comes back with that mask. Like when they went to give Carmella bad news. We don't know if Tony's going to make it. You know? Dog, I got depressed. Like I was like, fuck. And he walked up to me and goes, Mr. Diaz, I don't know what to tell you. We couldn't find anything. The first thing that came to my mind was 27 years of doing cocaine, and you're trying to tell me it was for nothing? Like I didn't come out with a stench, nothing, like a fucking coke rock in the vein. He goes, everything is cleaned out. And I was thinking about the hills of North Bergen. Every time you got to walk those things, your heart would fucking pump out. We're like boxers. You ever see a boxer? He's all fucked up. He can barely talk. He's alive because everything else is dead, but his heart's still fucking going.
Jesus.
So that's the only excuse. I mean, I was like, Doc, are you fucking serious? He goes, I can't. He goes, your calcium score is like fucking 100.
And that's good.
That's good. He goes, hey, your heart's strong for a 62-year-old guy. I didn't tell him about the blow or nothing like that. The Malukia juice and everything else.
Were you, because I know you said you were nervous.
I was
but
depressed. I got fucking depressed for a minute. I was like, what the fuck? So all this time, you know, because I took the first vaccine, but it was Johnson & Johnson. It was the Phaneuf vaccine. It was the one they give to little boys and girls.
I forgot you took that one.
Yeah, I took the Johnson & Johnson in Union City. God knows what was in there. You know what I'm saying? So I was always concerned about my heart. I always had palpitations. They put a heart thing on me 2 years ago for a week, for 10 days. I had a heart monitor on me. And I went back expecting the worst news. They're like, sorry, nothing's wrong with you. So I'm cleared that way. Then the next morning, they gave me the thing for my lungs.
Okay.
And I'm still waiting on that, and I'm waiting on the last blood test they gave me. So I'll get the results tomorrow for that, and they'll follow me up next week. I feel good. The doctors don't want me to do shit till February, second week of February. So I still got Philly on the books. They're trying to move Jersey City on Wednesday night. And that's it. I slugged, you know, I've been out of the hospital for 2 days, and I feel a little sluggish, but I'm good. You know, I got to make it up here today, and I know this is going to be like a little process.
Right.
But I'll tell you, man, and I'm going to tell a lot of people, I'm going to tell my brother George, the doctor was telling me, not the doctor, this other guy that would come in and talk to you about contagious diseases. It was an interesting chit-chat I had with him the one night. He goes, you guys got to remember. And I go, he goes, my father did it. He goes, after 55, the flu is completely different. He goes, after you turn 55, 56, the flu is completely different. He goes, when you were a kid, you could have the fever and then still have the flu, and your fever goes away, and you can go out and throw snowballs and shit. Do that shit when you're your age now. He goes, you'll end up in the fucking hospital. And let me tell you something, guys. Even when I was in the ER, I would walk around. I was taking 5 steps to the shot, and I'd have to hold on to the fucking thing. I was listening to those people. They were all there for shortness of breath. All of them. And they were all, you know, they were older people, man. So he told, and you know, and I'm not the type of guy that's going to sit here. I feel so young. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I know I'm 62. I don't feel it. But that's what kills you, that you don't feel it. So you still do things that you think when you were 30. And I don't do a lot. Like, I know I can't go, like, you don't see me going, let me fight Mike Tyson. And that's not happening. Even though he just bought a new house in fucking Florida with 18 bedrooms. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that.
You know, whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's things you could do and there's things you can't do. But I didn't know the flu was that serious for as you get older. And I'm cool with it now. Like, now I'll respect it. So I'm doing this podcast tonight, and I'm pretty much in. the next 3 or 4 days, just relaxing. You know, this morning I woke up and go, I can't wait to go box tomorrow. Shit. When I woke up this morning, I knew I wasn't doing much. I was like, I don't even think I'll make it to the fucking podcast.
Fuck.
But throughout the day, I felt better. You know, I went and got a hairdo just to put some whatever in my life and get out of the house and breathe. So I want to thank for people who left the notes and for you guys for having my back and shit.
Of course, dude.
It goes down, man. But, you know, you're not young anymore. And you guys know I'm not over here trying to put makeup on and fingers and try to be, you know...
Fingers?
You know, those people that put rings on like Keith Richards. The older they get, the creepier they get to be young. And you're like, knock it off. Just be fucking old and accept it.
Right.
But, you know, you learn. And you have to accept that you're a certain age. You know, it's a big difference being 45 and 25.
Because I know you said you were scared or depressed when the doctor came in after they checked your heart. Were you, you didn't seem, if you weren't feeling well, but you didn't seem like scared. Were you scared when you went into the hospital?
Yes. When I walked in that day, I had some, you know, I had some moments. I had some moments for about a week of just doing shit I would do. Think of doing shit every day. You do the same thing. You grab a slice of pizza, the phone's over there, right? You come over here, you get a slice, the phone rings. You're like, God damn it. You run to the fucking phone. You do that 20 times a day. I would do that and almost die. Like, I'd be on my one leg, fucking drinking the albuterol. You know, that's no way to live.
No.
I couldn't make it upstairs. The one night I peed 3 times and I had to walk from my bedroom to the kitchen just to make coffee. While I was making coffee, every movement I would do would stress me out so much that I have to run outside in the balcony and piss and run back in.
Damn.
So it was fucking like, I can't breathe. I went to the gym last Monday. I did about 8 minutes on the bike. And then I put the lightest weight on, and I tried to just do pulls and shit like that. 3 minutes I lasted. The next day, I went back to the gym, and I lasted about 5 minutes. And I had to sit down. That was it. I was done. The next day, I didn't ride the bike, but I went to see Tom at Fit for Life. And that day, we did about 30 minutes of lifting. I got into a pace. He slowed it down. But I think that night, going to do
show,
comedy and then Tom, and then I think it just put me on a different planet.
All right, so, I mean, I know you don't fully know what it was, and I know you said, like, you're going to respect the flu and stuff. Are you making, like, any other changes?
I got to do a lot of changes. I got to lose some more weight.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got to drop some more pounds.
And, like, what
Just for me. The doctor didn't say nothing. I just want to do it.
And you did a test on your lungs, and you're waiting to see how that comes back?
Yeah, I got to wait to see it. And then they made an appointment with the lung doctor. I'm going to do another sleep apnea test. You can do them at home now.
Oh, nice.
So you don't have to go down there. It's a bunch of wires, you know.
Have you seen the one where they can implant it in you?
Yeah, but that's if you have, like, light sleep apnea. Fat fucks like us, that little device ain't going to work. That's by the way they get you to call them up.
Really?
Yeah, and then you call down there and they're like, nah, that's for people who are normal human beings, not fucking gorillas like you two.
Right. Dude, before I lost the weight, I for sure had it. I never got the test, but I'd wake up
that
choking.
night on the Stitch when you were fucking blinking and shit.
Well, yeah, I was 300 pounds.
Yeah, no shit.
But yeah, I'm happy you're out, dude. That was...
Dog, I'm happy that I had the fucking balls to stay in there for 5 days and take care of it and just put it to bed. I mean, I'm not out of the fucking woods, but I feel great. I'm optimistic. I got
walk.
you motherfuckers. I'm walking. Well, on the walk down here, it was strange. But again, once that cold air, that shit fucks with you any way you put it.
Oh.
Never mind if you have whatever the fuck I'm going on. But you just try to be healthier and better. I'm going to be 62 next month. We never thought we'd make it to 62. Are you fucking serious? You really think I was thinking about, I can't wait to retire? I never said that in my life. What retire? I thought you know, so I'm fortunate about that. I still get to do the podcast with you guys. I still get to do a little comedy. I'm not looking at taking over the world. I just don't want to be fucking bored. I want to keep my mind cracking. You sit at home, nothing's gonna happen.
Right.
Nothing's gonna happen in your life if you sit at home. I'm not looking for something to happen, but I'm not gonna sit at home either. I ain't no punk bitch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no punk bitch. You can't go out that way.
Did it make you, like, the fact that, I mean, I know you could have left the hospital, but, like, waiting for them to give you, like, did that make you want to do stuff? Like being, because, like, that I thought would have been the hardest part for you. Because you gave me shit in LA about watching football for 8 hours. To be in there from whatever it was, Thursday to Tuesday, that's a long time to watch TV and do nothing. I don't think you've ever done that.
Listen, before I went into that hospital, I packed a computer. I downloaded TV apps, which I didn't really use. I watched The Wire, maybe 2 episodes. I brought a book that I wanted to read. I brought another backup book that I read about 3 chapters. I wrote a little bit in the hospital, just on how I was feeling every day. And that made it a lot easier to sit there. Listen, guys, I knew I had to sit there. And what really fucked me up was my wife brought my daughter on Friday. I had both IVs in my arm. So I put a hooded sweatshirt on while she was there so she wouldn't see the IVs. Well, the fucking nurse came in to get my blood pressure, and I had to take that fucking thing out. She didn't want to come see me Saturday, and she didn't want to come see me on Sunday, and I got it. I got home Tuesday. I went to her game Tuesday, and usually after every game, me and her drive home together because my wife's got to put the balls away and a bunch of shit. She got in the car with me yesterday. Within 5 minutes, she was crying.
Oh, damn.
She was happy I was at the game. And within 5 minutes, she was crying. And she told me she had a shitty weekend, that she had to, it was just, I put everybody in a bad position. I put you guys, my wife, my daughter, I didn't go to her recital Thursday night. So I could see how much it affected her last night and this morning.
Right.
Last night she was really, we got home, we spoke, and then I met her upstairs like at 9, and I made a banana milkshake for her, the way my godfather used to make for me, and she was bullshitting with me, and I could tell she was upset.
Well, and like, obviously, thank God you're okay.
But she didn't say nothing to my wife.
Right.
My wife's like, she didn't say nothing. She played it off. Mm-hmm. She's one of those motherfuckers. Like, she knew about my daughter. She knew about my older daughter. She told me since she's 5, I knew I had a sister. She didn't tell me till last fucking year.
Wow.
6 years she held it in. So I got to talk to her about that shit.
But did it? And like, it wasn't, thank God, that serious. But like, you lost your mom around the age she is now. Like,
No. She's 12.
Right, you were 13. Oh, you were 16. I'm sorry, I thought you were 13. But even still, like, did that go into your head at all? Like,
no.
No?
No. I don't ever want that to go in my head. First off, that's the only deal I got. If anybody wants me, whoever it is, Satan, the Lord Jesus, just let me see her graduate high school.
Okay.
She'll be fundamentally sound by 18. You understand.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what's going on. She's got other people around her. She's got uncles now. It's not how I was left in the woods. It's completely different. So it's a different age. She knew I was old. My mom dropped dead at 48. Not that she was fucking married Tyler Moore and she was in good shape. It was a different time. Women smoked. Women drank, whatever. They ate. She was on Burger Line Avenue. What the fuck do you expect? But no, that didn't enter my mind at
Good.
all.
Okay.
Because I don't, I'm not going out like no punk bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you again. I ain't got no time for these hoes. And I'm not going out like one of these punk bitches, so.
I love it. I'm happy you're good, dude.
No, I'm good, and we'll, listen, man, we had some complications the month of January, but we're coming back stronger than ever in February. We got a great guest next week. We got shit crack-a-lackin'. Just give us time, This set us all back. You guys know I love you. I don't know about the Jersey City date. Philadelphia's still on for the 15th. It's sold out. May, Labor Day is sold out. I got ticket information for March for the New Jersey Festival. I just got the email today. But I'll fill you guys in time. Enjoy your fucking January. Enjoy the new president. Enjoy the new year. Enjoy yourselves. And we'll be back Tuesday morning, the 28th. Tip top Magoo. Love you. Say something, Lee.
I love you guys.
Vicky
Yeah,
Barbalack,
for damn
what's
sure.
happening, you bad bitch? Talk to me.
I need some of that tape. You have any of that CBD tape that they sell there at the
I
Lion?
have it, but I do not have it
Because
here.
I'm starting to play tennis again Thursday with my girls that I
If
haven't
you
played with in
would've
2
told
years.
me, I would've brought you some.
Because I love that idea, so I'll just get it 20% off. Seriously, I'm going to get it right off because that sounds like a brilliant idea to me.
For people who don't know Vicky Barbalack, she's number one, a dear friend of mine. We go back 20 years.
Yes.
Number two, she was a finalist on America's Got Talent.
Yeah,
And number three, if you want to get married, she'll fucking marry you.
that's right. I'll marry you personally.
She's got her own motherfucking church. What's the name of it?
It's called Wedding Chapel to Go.
Wedding
Yeah,
Chapel.
Lou
to
and I
Go.
got a van. We wrapped it in leopard, and we can go anywhere and marry people. Tiny little weddings, or I could Zoom wedding right now. I could Zoom anybody all across the country.
Vicky
I don't even
Barbalack.
have to be there, which is a pity.
Where the fuck are the years gone, Vicky?
So fast, Joe. You look good. You filled up your life with all this great stuff. Me too. It's been fast. It's been fun.
Nobody gave us shit, Vicky. You and I are the two poster childs for working
Not given.
until they gave us something.
I remember one time I was sitting at a table read with you, and it was at a tall building with a beautiful view, and you said, Barbalack, it's not the shows, it's the Greyhound bus you take to the shows, and that has been like my favorite thing that's always been in my
truth.
head, right?
It's the truth, yeah.
Because it's the stuff around the shows.
How much fun did we have in La Jolla?
So much fun. So much fun. In fact, we should go back and do an alley show there. So what I hear next weekend, they're going to start doing shows in the alley, in that piss-filled alley.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? Okay, they put the bathrooms in the store now, so there's two 4-seaters, so people have been pissing less and less, plus it's been closed for 3 years, so the smell is probably not too bad, but I think we should do it. I mean, I don't mind. It's just supposed to put some pot around, and we probably won't even smell it at all.
If that's a huge parking lot back there, if they would allow us to use the parking
No,
lot.
not the Vons. No, they
No,
would never.
they would never.
It's the alley. It's the alley.
How many people are you going to put in the air?
40.
That's not bad.
I could do it.
I could work with that.
We love it.
I could work with that.
They said
Outside, I could work
They're
with
like,
that.
there's no money. I'm like, I don't care.
There's no need to be
I don't
money.
care about-
COVID means no pay in Latin.
No, I don't want to get
Get it
paid.
through your fucking
In case
head.
I ever get my fucking unemployment, I don't want to screw that up. Like it's ever going to happen. But so I think it'd be fun. We should do it.
What made you start comedy, Vic?
I literally was in the bathroom and there was a trash can in my bathroom and it said comedy class. Sandy Shore, Polly's sister, teaches comedy. Picked it up out of the trash can and I said, I'm going to take a comedy class. And I was 40. And I'm like, I had no idea. I had only been to one comedy club in my life, the Comedy Store Hollywood, one time. And I just never thought of anything, just had an inkling that I should do this because I was always trying to make people laugh because I was a fat kid. So anyway, that's what I did. And I walked in and Sandy had just translated an alien dictionary because she'd been abducted on a ship for about a year right before that. So I knew I'd found a home. But she was really good to me. She said you're a special gift, and nobody ever said anything nice to me about anything I ever did. So I'm always grateful to her for that.
How long was the class?
It was like 9 weeks. I remember Bobby Lee was in the back then if you took Sandy's class, even forever, you were an asshole. So people in that class was looked upon as an asshole. But I'm still glad that that's what I did because the guys who were in that room were really, they become really good friends of mine, and I wouldn't have known that there was. I didn't know
Bobby
about open
Lee.
mic.
How long do we go back with Bobby Lee?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, right.
He was walking around quiet when we met
Right.
him. He was like,
I don't know why
he showed
strippers
up,
don't
he-
want to fuck me.
yeah, he was still bowing when we
Yeah.
met him and shit. He didn't
He was
fucking
like-
know. He was bowing when he walked into the comedy club. I'm like, Lee, you don't have to fucking bow.
Yeah.
Don't worry about nothing, Bobby
Yeah,
Lee.
yeah.
We saw him blow up. I
Yep.
still talk to Shama from time
Yes,
to time.
yes.
I still talk to, there was just so many great people down there. And I was going down there when I was snorting kilos.
Yeah.
And I would walk in and go, Lou, what's the story? And he'd go, guy, that's the bartender. and I'd tell the bartender, make the call right before I went up on stage for the first show. And when I walked off, the fucking package was there. It was like, you can't really, both places were madness.
Yeah.
But the madness was different at both places.
Yeah.
What about the night? Lou remembers this. I get down there and Lou says to me, Joey, we got a call. There's some people. They're going to come hurt you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that fizz? All that shit? And I was like, no worries. And I took all the balls off the pool table. I put them in my pockets and I put them in strategic places around La Jolla. I got a big kitchen knife from the redhead and I planted it upside down in the plant outside. I was going to cut these motherfuckers. I took all the pool sticks and I took them out so in case they came in, there was pool sticks. I only knew where they were so I could hit them. I set this shit up like fucking Rambo. You understand? Like right now, my house is so booby trapped. I upgraded the alarm and there's certain things that you're going to go for because I'm a thief. So I know so I walked around my house with the fucking alarm guy, and he learned an hour. Like, he was like, I need to hang out more with you.
Yeah.
I go, this vent here, I want a camera on there and a fucking sensor on there. Why? Because I would go through these all the time. This is easy. And if you got a kilo of Coke, I'll get a sledgehammer and do little sledges like this for fucking 2 hours from underneath. So I know how to, so I prepped this La Jolla Comedy Store up like I was going to war.
Gee.
I took a couple knives and I put them around in case I had to throw them. I mean, I was out of my mind.
Is this why they don't have a pool table anymore at La Jolla?
It wasn't a pool table. It was a bumper pool table.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That is why they don't have
I was going to say, I don't remember a pool
Joey
table
never
being
returned the
on.
balls.
I had those balls everywhere, and I had a hooded sweatshirt, and I had a ball in each pocket.
Oh, Jesus.
I was fucking going big that night because there was like 3 or 4 of them. It was him, another, and now we're dear friends. Now me and
Oh,
Fizz
that's
are dear
great.
friends. I don't know if he's still doing comedy. The other guy disappeared, who was really brilliant. The other kid was going to be a really good comic. He had the mind of a great comic. I don't know what happened to him, drugs, abuse, something happened to him. They were nice kids. They got mad at me because I told them not to touch the microphone at the Comedy Store. I go, don't touch it because the wire's going to break. Sure enough, the guy goes up there and takes it like a gorilla. The wire breaks. Now we got to do a 20-minute interval during a fucking 3-minute show for open micers. Really? Because you didn't want to be a polite open fucking micer. We told you not to touch the fucking microphone. Well, then he went outside and started getting loud with me. We pushed each other. Then he started threatening me and calling me. And I get to La Jolla one night and everybody's like, listen, bro, he's coming by. I go, I got this handle.
Man.
I don't know who was featuring for me. I don't remember who the fuck it was. And I'm sitting outside in between shows and I heard them. They were in the car. I'm sitting in a little booth across from the Chinese sushi restaurant.
Right.
I don't know what's there now.
Another Chinese sushi
Okay, because the
restaurant.
last time I went to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school next door.
Oh, yeah, right.
Radiha.
That-
He's great. That
Actually,
guy.
that is still...
He's great. He still emails me. He's a great man. In La Jolla, I forget what Radin or something like that right now. He's a great teacher. He showed me sign control. He was great. So I'm sitting out there. I'm waiting for these jerk-offs. I look up Vicky, and I see them making the left onto La Jolla, in front of La Jolla. And I step up behind the plant. I got the knife in case I got to throw it. They had water pistols. They showed up to a fucking gangster's house with water pistols. So as they were going to pull the water pistols out, I took the fucking white ball and I just flung it at their car. And it sounded like a bomb went off. It went boom. They had like a Kia. It almost tipped it over. They had like one of those cheap Japanese cars. It almost tipped it over.
Totaled it.
And they flew off within 20 minutes. Fucking Tommy was calling me. The cops just called me. What's going on? I go, they can't show it the fuck with me, and this is what happens. Never again did they bother me. Just that noise. They thought a bomb had gone off. They took off. They burned rubber after that. That's
So
the,
funny.
when I see you, I think of Maryland.
Yeah, me too.
I think of Maryland
I think of you. I
once
thought
a
of-
week.
Since I talked to you the other day, and I was doing a British podcast the other day, and they were saying, what happens if you don't, this is a sad part, I shouldn't, but like, what happens if you don't have health insurance in America? I go, well, they put you in a fucking closet, and they say, goodbye. I just remember how much it would have been great if Maryland could have had good health care. and it was so awful. But she was the best, funniest, most wonderful. I would be at a light with her. We'd be white people. People would be crossing in front of us, and she'd go, "Vicky, does he look like the kind of guy that would twist your nipples? Doesn't he look like the kind of guy that would twist your nipples, Vicky?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, he so does. Yeah, I love that. I mean, I love it too." And I just I miss her so.
She used to do phone sex.
Oh, phone sex with her giant Slurpee.
She was,
My pussy. She had a cat.
and I would call her, and she'd be doing phone sex. And she'd go, "Hold on 1 second." And we talk for a minute, and she's like, "Hold on, I'm going to suck your dick. You like it like me, call? You like Chinese women? All right, Joey, yeah, I'll pick you up around 8 o'clock. We'll go to Ventura. Ooh, you still there? Suck it, suck it. Play with it. Did you come yet?" And you're hearing this on the phone.
And she'd be making suck sounds out of a giant 64-ounce Slurpee.
And then she'd sip the Slurpee. It was an experience. When she died, a little piece of me went out of the comedy store. That was one of the other reasons why I stopped going to the comedy store, because she always told me about the store, how it was. Like, she really, I met her at the Laugh Factory for the Latino Laugh Festival showcase. I wasn't even living here. And she approached me and she goes, "Mitzi, see you yet?"
Yay.
And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "That's your first stop after here."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Hold on, she might not be there tonight. It's Wednesday night. Wait till you come down. Next time I walk you into Mitzi's.
Oh, good.
Mitzi needs to see you."
Awesome.
And Marilyn was also the first person ever to call me out on my drug use. And when she called me out on it, I was done with the drug a week later.
Wow.
And that was 13 years ago. She's been dead
That's
13
so,
years.
Yeah, it's so hard to believe.
She died November 3rd, Rick Ramos' birthday.
Yeah.
November 3rd, 2007.
Yeah.
I quit coke maybe a week after.
Oh.
Because of how... No, it was a little... She died November whatever, but a month before that, she got the cancer in April.
Yeah.
And they brought her home in August because they knew what are we going to have her here for? It's no good. So they were having little parties for her.
Yeah.
And I would go on Sundays. And one Sunday, it was just me and her. And she was telling me that when she was going to beat this disease, she had to talk with God. And she wasn't going to curse on stage anymore.
Oh.
She goes, "I'm not going to curse on stage anymore because God doesn't want me to do this. If he beats this cancer, I'm not cursing on stage no more." And at that same breath, like, she was like, like when somebody's struggling to talk and breathe, she's like, "If I get over this, I told God I won't curse on stage no more." And she looked at me and she goes, "And God wants you to stop doing coke, Joey.
Wow.
You have to stop. You have to take care of yourself. You don't want to be where I am right now." And everything sunk. Because I knew this was it. I knew she loved me.
Right.
This wasn't some fucking fake counselor. This wasn't a guy at the improv that wants to be cool and do an intervention. This was coming from a place of love. If it was anybody else, I would have smacked him at that time, how I was feeling. And I looked at her and I said, "You're right. I think it's time to do something with God."
I think that is absolutely true, that she knew that and she wanted you to know that. The other part, though, it makes me sad because, I feel like she was always so brilliant, but she was so much ahead of her time, and people kept telling her not to swear, not to be bawdy, not to be like, you're too dirty. And it was like they were shaming her constantly, shaming her. But she knew in her heart that was not bad. It was good. What she was doing was very good.
That's why I went after that producer.
And that fucking producer,
because he shamed her and me.
God damn you,
He
Marilyn.
shamed us a lot, and then he came around.
Yeah.
And he tried to help Marilyn out, but he was giving her,
But
nothing compared to what the guy was really making.
But to hear that she internalized that so much that on her, bargaining days with God, that she bargained that. That she took their side against her own self. That's how much indoctrination she got from the industry, not just him, but from everybody. Mitzi never shut her down, but everyone else did. You're not going to get on this showcase over and over again. And because she was so much ahead of her time. That's all. What she did then is being done now on a fucking every show.
I'm going to tell you a very sad story. I've never told anybody this. Marilyn Wasn't the best looking woman in the world, but she had a great heart.
She looked like a little a doll, Indian doll.
Like an Indian doll. She was chubby and she wore it well. She was proud of it. I was, before I was giggling, I was thinking of her joke. I like all you guys that walk around with muscles. Bench press me, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Remember, she would say, let me sit on your face. Try to get me off your face. Let's see how strong you really are. You bench 200 pounds. Bench press me. Like, she, I forget what time.
You remember when she would do the Home Depot joke? When she'd go,
Right.
I want to feel what it's like to have me lift up in the shower. So I hired like 3 guys from Home Depot. Lift me up, lick me. So when she was sick, Betsy Solkine and I decided instead of bringing her flowers, we'd each chip in $40. We got a guy from Home Depot. So we bring this guy to the hospital, and she was in Los Angeles. Now we realize that all these people are taking these people from Home Depot and getting their organs. So now we're bringing this guy from Home Depot over to the hospital, and we're trying to say in English to him, his name was Onario. We're going, Onario, we're not going to take your organs. Our friend is sick. She has this joke about men from Home Depot, so we're taking you for our friend, but we're not going to take your organs. We're trying to convince him that. So he doesn't really know what's going on, but he's such a doll. And he comes up to the hospital with me. He's so beautiful and lovely. He gets in bed with her and lays there, and they talk, and it was fantastic. But it was just like we were so worried. We thought we were going to take his organs.
I was with her one night, and it was a Sunday night. She was rocking in those days.
Yeah.
She really had the store down.
Yeah.
It's a gift once you have the store
Yeah.
down. It takes a couple of years. You know, you do well on the road, and then to get the store down is a different story. They had her at the right spot
Yeah.
before Brian Holtzman.
Yeah.
Behind me, you know, I would
Yeah.
hug her. Get the fuck out of here, cocklicker. She would say shit
Yeah.
to me. And then one night we were there. And this is when I think she broke. This is why I'm giving this to young comics as a piece of advice. We were sitting there, and Lisa Lampanelli was on stage. At the time, nobody knew who Lisa was. But she was in there with her, whoever was pushing her in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I love Lisa Lampanelli. I mean, I'm just telling you what I saw on stage that night. Lisa was heavy. She had on like men's pants, like a sloppy white shirt. She was big. She, you know, if you see Lisa now, and Lisa 10 years was different than the Lisa that walked into the
Yeah.
comedy store. And Lisa was up on stage, and you know, there was like film people there, and you know, half of Hollywood was there on a Sunday night to see Lisa Lampanelli. Nobody knew who it was. It was like a showcase. Her agent, the manager, set up, and Marilyn looked at me and she goes, "That's the shit I've been doing for the last 10 years, and nobody talks to me." And I remember taking her outside and going, "Listen, man, doesn't really matter. You are." But she goes, "You see, they don't fucking like me." Like that was one of the times she felt very disliked, and she was right.
Yeah.
She goes, "Lisa Lampanelli's up there talking about black dick and
Yeah.
doing this and that. I've been doing." She was talking about she used to suck Filipino dick
Yeah.
because it was small Chinese dick.
Pickles.
It was like
little Gurkle pickle.
the Durkle pickles.
Gurkles. Yeah.
You know, like shit like that.
Yeah.
She was saying all that shit,
Yeah.
but nobody.
Way before anybody
You know,
else.
way before anybody else. It was me, her, Holtzman. We were like the odd men out, you know.
It is so weird how it's just such a weird thing about it's just like boom. It's like lightning strikes certain people. Why didn't it strike Marilyn? And but she was so far ahead of it. And then Lisa just got into that sweet spot that Marilyn had opened up, and people, I just, you know, that, and then the thing is, like, we just have to, for me, it's like always been about just like not caring, just caring about getting to do stand up. Because I think I just always expected nothing to happen.
I never, Lisa, Vicky, I didn't expect nothing from this career.
Yeah.
I thought if I would be an extra. When I came here, if I mind, I had no expectations of anything. I came here with a pilot.
Yeah.
You know, I had no expectations of anything. I knew that I was going month to month. My career was 6 months to 6 months, and somehow everything always happened every 6 months.
Yep.
A headline spot, a TV show, this guy likes you, you got a new agent. That would make you stay and say, okay,
Yeah.
I'll stay for another 6 months. You know?
Right.
22 years we're looking at.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And Joey, you were 10 years younger than Vicky when she started, but Do you think starting later in life has helped you guys in
No.
a different way? Because I can't imagine. Like, I started at 29, something like that, and I felt like all the open micers were 10 years younger than me, and I felt out of place. So I don't know how it affected you guys. Or
Vicky, go first.
It is what it is. So for me, it's like, because I was a mom, I used to drive up to the Comedy Store parking lot in Hollywood and go, I'm a mom from Vista, California, who sold carpet for the last 20 years at my parents' shop, and I'm going into the Comedy Store parking lot. How is this happening? And when I get inside, all the people were nice to me because I wasn't a threat. I wasn't like somebody they wanted to fuck. I was just like a mom who brought cake. And so I feel
That's
like...
right. You used to bring cakes on Saturday
so
nights.
I always felt like I had a special in because of my weirdness, but industry was like, no. Even when like the Comedy Store put me on as like the next breakout star, and Mitzi had my back so hard, no one else, and I wasn't the kind of person who would knock a second time on any door. I just didn't get that. But the thing is, it probably would have been better if I was younger. But when I was younger, I was catatonic. I was so afraid.
What year did you start?
It was like 1997.
Okay, so
to do my first Sandy
First
class.
of all,
Yeah,
for anybody listening to this, I want you. Do you have a website or anything?
yeah. It's Vicky Barbalack
I
Comedy.
want you to follow Vicky Barbalack. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, this is what respect is to women. Women earn respect. You have to earn respect as a woman at the Comedy Store. Always remember that. Yes, men are going to try whatever. People are going to bother you. But you know what? If you earn your respect as a woman at the Comedy Store, you could walk in there head fucking high. Okay?
Yeah.
Vicky Barbalack started in 1997, guys. We're talking about 2020 now. That's 23 years. But I'm going to tell you something that was the most disheartening thing to me, and Vicky's going to remember this. I got here in 1997, which made me 34 years old. I got criticized so much. The cocaine use didn't help because it made me look 44. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there was such a stigma about comics over 25 that it was horrendous. I still remember listening to my biggest beef. I think my biggest thing I did in this town, and I love him. I love Rick Messina. I love what he did for the comics. He used to cook on Sundays. But Rick Messina is behind the store one night, and I'm like 5 feet away. Rick Messina, whatever management, with Tim Allen's management, Drew
Right.
Carey's management, they were also the executive producer of his first show, the TV show, Hammer Time.
Tool Time, yeah.
Tool Time, whatever the fuck. So he's a sweetheart of a guy. I mean, this is an executive producer of a hottest show on TV at the Comedy Store Tuesday, not Tuesday. Wednesday, because Tuesday was Joe Torre night in the back, and
Yeah.
they just took over the store, the African Americans, so the white people would actually be scared to come down. Do you remember Tuesdays?
Yeah.
In the original
Oh,
room?
yeah, it's
You
crazy.
would call at 10, they're like, we're not open yet.
Yeah.
Well, we got 4 people, we're waiting to start the show, we need 6. Like shit like that on Tuesday nights. So now if you want to think about what's going on back then, you got the word right here. But I heard that motherfucker tell a woman one night, like there was a girl. I didn't know her.
Yeah.
I didn't know her. I didn't know her personally. I seen her
Right.
at the store. She'd come down and work out on Sundays and Mondays. Half attractive, if I'd see her today, I remember.
Yeah.
She was talking to Rick, trying to fucking
Yeah.
work him over for management or
Yeah.
whatever. And he said to her, I heard it. He goes, honey, your time is coming past.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, but I'm just 32. He goes, Hollywood's not interested in 32-year-old women right now. They're interested in 25 to 28. So your time is past. And then they spoke a little while longer, and I went home and my cocaine, and next day I woke up and I thought about it. And I go, that was the rudest thing. And
I heard
because first off, he's making $1 million off Drew Carey. He
Yeah.
ain't no 25 years old.
Yeah.
And he's making another millions of dollars off Tim Allen, and he wasn't no 25 years old. So they were discouraging us. They were purposely going, agents would say,
right to your face.
you're too old for what I'm looking for. What do you mean? What the fuck are you looking for? And then some people were like, "Yeah, you're funny. Let's give you a commercial agent."
Rick Messina did give me a shot once, though, and it was like so awful because it was, what is that holiday when he has that baseball game in his yard?
Yes.
What holiday is that? Whatever.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. Okay,
Every
so
Sunday.
it was a big one though. It's like everybody was going, and so I am very, very careful about pot, especially back then. I hardly ever smoked it because when I was 12, I had to go to rehab for drugs. Anyway, so pot affects me very strongly. So it was Randy, one of the big pot smoking comics, whatever.
I know you're
Kagan.
talking- Kagan.
Anyway, he asked me if I want to hit. I'd driven myself and everything, so I said, yeah, I'll take a hit. I took one big hit, and it was like, all of a sudden the room was just, I was spinning around. I was like, oh my God. So I had to go to the very top of the stadium seating all by myself and wait until I could speak. And Rick Messina comes all the way up, all the way to the top, and sits next to me. And I couldn't speak. I literally couldn't open my mouth, couldn't move. I just looked at him like this. It's fucking Rick Messina. In my head, I knew what I was doing. Nothing. I was ruining my career, my life, that this moment was happening, and I was fucking unable to help myself. And I just stared at him for like 10 minutes, and he just looked at me really weirdly, and he goes, huh? I go, and I just had the most crazy face because I was trapped in my, I couldn't.
I know. I've been there. I've been there.
Oh.
When you start saying stupid shit, they're talking about the moon, you're talking about the sun.
I could nothing.
And they look at you
nothing. And I went,
that happens to me all the time.
I drove home and I'm like, Vicky, you fucking idiot.
Fucking idiot. I do it all the time still.
Jesus.
I don't even know what people are saying. I yes them. I don't know what they're saying. I'll make noises and shit.
He probably just came up to tell me I was too fucking old anyway. But just in case he liked my comedy, it seemed like that might be why he went that trip up those stairs.
What has it been for you like the last 10 years before America's Got Talent? And how did you get America's Got Talent?
The last 10 years before were pretty rough because those were the Tommy years, and I got kind of kicked out of the Comedy Store because he kicked everybody out that he didn't want around. And anyway, that I always felt like it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. But on the other hand, the terrible things sometimes turn out to be not the terrible things because I think I was taking it for granted. And so then I had to go around and just do whatever I could find to do. And I was doing, like private fundraisers, working in the clubs in San Diego as much as I could because I never stopped doing stand-up. I still went up like 4 or 5 times a week.
Well,
whatever.
you get any love in La Jolla?
Oh yeah, I always got La Jolla.
Right.
And then I started that wedding business, and that turned out to be really fun, and that was great. And then I was also doing a really fun show called Funny Housewives of Orange County, which we had 600-700 people at every show, so that was like popping, and I was loving that. But then Sharon Houston called me up one day and she goes, I'm producing outside for America's Got Talent. I want you to come out. And I go, fuck, are you fucking crazy?
How is Sharon?
She's beautiful and great. She's really busy and good. She's doing all that Hollywood producing type stuff. Wow. And so I'm like, they're not going to take me, Sharon. You're insane.
She's still beautiful?
She's so pretty.
I haven't seen her in 20
She looks like she's
years.
12.
She was dating a friend of mine last time I saw
she's
her.
still got nice high titties.
Who was she dating?
Good
A
skin.
comic that was a loser.
Oh, isn't that the story of everybody?
Yeah,
Luckily,
she was dating a
luckily.
loser
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
And she called me one day and she's like, I don't know.
What
to
if they
do.
got married?
No.
Okay.
She was like, I don't know. What do you think? I'm like, Sharon, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Don't do it. Yeah, it's like when they ask you,
Yeah.
what are you going to do? Because they're going to get married the next week. You can never tell the truth. So you got to hedge your bets.
So you went down? Sharon.
So she called me and I go, no, they're going to. So she bugged me for 2 weeks and she told me, she goes, so many people at my level, like mid-level comics, upper level, even, headliners, they turned her down because nobody wants to eat it on that show. And the chances of you eating it are great. You're in a really bad situation, 2 minutes, talk to the judges, and then 2 minutes of stand-up. It's a tough set, but because I never watched the show and I was sitting in my fucking trailer with no hope, I'm like, what do I have to lose? I'm already on the bottom. I cannot go any farther, fall. Fuck yeah, I'll do it if they'll take me, which I didn't think they would. So finally she goes, no, they're British. They already saw your tapes. They love you. Come on. And I did. And I went in an airplane hangar in Santa Monica with just the head producer and the sound person and the co-producer, 3 people in an airplane hangar. I'm like, this is great. And then I did my 2 minutes and then they go, that's great. Do you have any more? I go, well, I prepared 2 minutes, but I put time in for laughs, but you're the shittiest audience I've ever had. And then it was great. And then then I got on the show. So
And how many levels did you have to go on the show?
I made it like to the finals. So
How many weeks was that?
I was like, it took a year. It takes a year.
So they paid you the whole time.
Not a dime.
Not a dime. Okay.
And we lived 105 miles from Hollywood, so we were considered local. We had to pay our own motel when we came in. So I was sleeping on a lot of couches. So was Lou.
What the fuck?
I can't believe we didn't call you and ask to say you're out. You lucky bastard.
I still remember getting 99 Wheels of Justice. What was that show on TNN? 50 Wheels of Justice. And they shot in San Diego. And they gave me $65 per diem. I lived in Hollywood.
Yeah.
They paid me scale, but they gave me a hotel.
Yeah.
They would give you a hotel. At
Right.
least. What's the radius for a hotel now?
150.
Oh.
Yeah.
What motherfucker?
I'm like, we should move. I thought about moving to a different trailer park, 35 miles farther south, but in the very end of the finals, when you're at the Dolby and stuff, they put you up. I think they put us for the last two finals. They did put us in LA, but the bottom line was, I didn't care because I'm used to being poor forever. What the fuck? I'm not getting my $15 tonight. Kill me, right? So it didn't matter to me about money because we already know how to live on air. So I just hoped that it would work out, and it did. So it was.
Can you explain to people loving something so much? People don't have an idea what it's like to love something so much, not because you want to be a star.
Yeah.
Just because you want to be good at something.
Yes.
That you cut Netflix, you cut the television, you sell your couch,
Yeah.
and you're like, this is how I'm going to live because
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter. I'm just doing comedy anyway. Like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
And some
matter.
nights I'm going to get $20. Some nights I'm going to get $50.
Yeah.
And some nights I'm not going to get dick.
Yeah.
But I know I'm doing 3 sets a night. And in a year, I can afford an apartment. You know, it's
Yeah.
like once you do it, and then you go, oh, I know what I need to do.
Yep.
This is what needs to be done. If I want to do this, oh, you want to start emceeing on the road, you're getting $250 a week at no hotel. That car better be comfortable.
Yeah.
And you better know how to take a shower behind the thing and fucking at a gas station. And, you know, these are the things you got to learn. How to sneak into a hotel and jump in their pool. That's good enough. I'll put some gel in my hair.
Yeah.
I'll do a
right.
show. Sometimes you can't take a shower. You just got to shoot in the pool.
There's free breakfast at the hotel
and free
across the
breakfast.
street.
Yeah, please.
Not where I
I
am,
don't know
but
how
across
many
the street.
times I pulled up behind a hotel and just went to sleep and nobody even bothered you. But people really don't understand the concept of loving something that, you know, it's like right now. Look, I know for a fact there's no money in comedy. Mm-hmm. Do I want to do comedy? Yes, locally. Mm-hmm. Once this area opens up again,
Yeah.
I am going to be a demon doing comedy again.
I did love, though, when I got that room at Las Vegas, at the Kimmel Room for that residency, and that was like so much fun. And then I loved seeing that gigantic Joey Diaz billboard in Las Vegas. I mean, there is
Now, when were
something
you there?
wonderful
We were there together?
I was there when you were there, but I was there only on Tuesday nights. And so I didn't get to see you, but I saw your billboard and I was so fucking happy.
That
It
was
so
Treasure
beautiful.
Island.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be in Treasure Island in 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah. I was
fucking
we left
nightmare.
Lou's piano in the Kimmel Room because we were coming back the next Tuesday. It's been there for 4 months.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You know, I was on Rogan's thing on Saturday night, and I'm like, you know, I got to be honest with you people. The first 3 months, I was like, thank God I don't have to go out at night no more. I'm
Yeah.
getting too old for this shit anyway. Thank God. Who the fuck am I thinking I'm a comic going to the comedy store in 57?
Quickly you forget.
I piss my pants every 30 minutes, so I can't see at night. You know, I mean, things are moving quickly on the down end. Look,
Yeah.
the cocaine tooth is back because it chipped. That was the cocaine tooth from My Name is Earl. Look at that. If you see My Name is Earl, that's not a prop. That was the cocaine tooth at the end.
Oh, that's funny.
When I saw it on TV, I was so embarrassed. I went to a doctor the next day. And he goes, it was the day before Christmas. I go, you got to fix this. I can't walk around with this crack tooth. He goes, what do you got at the house? I go, like $500. He goes, bring it in. He goes, I'll only do it for you if it's Christmas. And he goes, it's only going to last 3 years. Well, it lasted 13.
Nice.
So, but it fell off the other night. So you can't. I talked to my girl, and she's like, you know, Joey, give us a few weeks. because right now the dentist,
That's all mouth.
they got to
Lou,
wear.
we got a guy in Mexico for you. With
I can't go. I
Nogales.
can't,
Oh, that
I got no passport.
oh,
I got no.
Lou is an ex-felon and he can go.
Well, not now.
You went.
I know that was before the
20 years ago,
You can get a passport. You know, yes, you can. You know what you cannot get is a.
I got a warrant.
Oh,
Forget
never
it.
mind. Sorry,
It's not
forget
like
it.
a fucking
Oh well,
passport.
never mind. Besides, it's a
fucking
nobody's going to
passport, will
drive
you?
6 hours to the dentist but us.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to Mexico and
Sorry.
get mugged.
No, it's not a good idea.
Right here, you go
It was
right
a
here,
nightmare.
There's an Armenian around here somewhere.
Yeah, no.
I got an Armenian that doubles a body
Yeah,
shop dental.
they sprayed Windex on his face before they operated, so I would not recommend it. But it's
Did
all we
they
could
really?
afford.
Oh,
Well, they sprayed Windex around the chair. I saw it.
yeah, they're fucking. You know, it's like this COVID test. This COVID test at Dodger Stadium. You see the lines. Why would you go there? Why would you go there? Do you know what the? Okay, again, I got a GED. What are the odds? They're testing 5,000 people a day. Are those people doctors or are they just the average of human? And I don't want to say this word, but just with human stupidity, there's so much human error there that I put Vicky Barbalak's tube into Lisa Ayette's bag. You know, there's so many people that there's 4 cars at one time. You know, how much error, how much room for error do you have? You want to get tested for COVID, pay the doctor, get a blood test, see you got the antibodies. But for you to put a fucking swab in your nose, especially me and Lou, they put a swab in your nose, what are they going to get back? I got fucked. Like I told the other night, listen, I started with THC crystal, which is angel dust. It's animal tranquilizers. Then I moved on to cocaine, some heroin along the way. Then you go down on women, you sniff their pussy. That gives you something in your nose. God forbid you eat them from behind and you get that asshole dust. When you first open up the ass, it gives you like that asshole dust right under the nose. And then, you know, I smelled Newark. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever drive through Newark? Once you have all that shit in your nose, no test is going to come back negative. I'm coming back positive for something.
Yeah.
Now what happens if they fuck that test up and they call Vicky and go, you just fucked up? What are you talking about? You got everything in your nose because you know cocaine. We got hairs in our nose, do we not? If you got hairs in your nose, you got pores in your fucking nose. So shit went into those fucking pores. I trust one of those swabby-dobby tests. If you come to me with a swabby-dobby test, I don't want it. Let's call me the night before. I'll prepare mentally. I'll give you the blood. Everything else is background fucking music. You got a piss test for it? You got to have a piss test for it.
Yeah.
It should come out in your piss.
It
Something
should be a
needs to come out in your
saliva
piss.
test. A simple saliva.
A saliva test. Something, but
Yeah.
I want the blood. Let's be certain. Why fuck around?
My daughter Lily's a scientist. She's a biostatistician, and her company in Carlsbad, just her little company, 14 trials are going on right now for testing. So I mean, there's going to be home tests soon. I mean, it's sooner than ever because what she told me, and everyone knows, is that they have literally said there is no more regulation. We could do whatever we want as fast as we want. So it is going to move faster than it's ever moved before. And there's so many more companies and people on it. It will happen. It's just not going to be, even as fast as it is with all the population so big, it's still going to be slow. But it's going to happen. Home tests are going to happen soon. And I mean, I think.
Thank God, because I'm not sitting at they closed the Dodger Stadium testing facility. Well, I don't know if you know this, the Dodgers are in there. Okay, they were practicing to have a Major League Baseball team to generate millions of dollars for this economy. Now, you want to sit out here with your COVID-filled car, 10 hours with your fucking ugly family, breathing COVID air.
You're going to get COVID.
And
from
then
the
it's coming
COVID
out of the
test.
fucking vents, and the guy next to you, that poor fucking Chinese guy that's getting tortured. He's not even Chinese. He's like from fucking Hong Kong or something. But he's getting eggs thrown at his house. He hasn't bothered anybody. You know, and all of a sudden he's sitting there. You're fucking lowering the window to get the air out. He lowers his. The vid goes in his fucking car. You can't. You got to wear a mask in those things, and there's got to be like 100 people. You know, everybody blamed the protest. There's 1,000 things I blamed. You know, there's 1,000. The other day, 3 people tested positive from a flight on Delta.
Oh.
Right after the fucking flight. You know, you can't do any of this shit.
What about the COVID parties? Well, I couldn't believe I heard about that.
I
this
wish
weekend.
I could fucking get a room. That would be such a great business. to get COVID dust and like
Yeah.
like remember what's the fucking Black Dracula? Blade.
Right.
Blade.
Spade.
Whatever. Blade.
Yeah.
Fucking remember he went to the first party and the things opened and blood came out?
Yeah.
And everybody was dancing to the
Yeah.
blood. That's what they do.
Yeah.
I would love to have those parties.
Yeah.
I'm fucking great at that. I'll read one of those Hitler manifestos. I'll get one of those parties. I'll lock the doors and start spraying that fucking. I'll get one of those fucking things from the 50s
Yeah.
where you're just spraying fucking COVID dust in there and watch them go down one by one. And whoever gets the money. Now, that kid died playing the game. He should get the money.
Yeah.
He won.
Throw it in.
He won. They better renegotiate what party he went to. Because whoever gets the COVID first wins. I guarantee somebody else got it first, and this guy took the bullet. And as he was dying, he's like, I better get my money. He even told the nurse, get my money.
You know, how can we? Also, I got like $14,000 tied up in Delta tickets right now, and
You.
yes, and
You have no idea what I had tied
See-
up in fucking JetBlue tickets.
okay, I got you, and I'm
We're
like,
going to lose that.
I can't.
What?
Yeah, I'm not going to fly in time to get to
I'm
use
not
that.
going to. You're right.
I had 2 round trip
we've gotta-
tickets on JetBlue.
We've got to get him to
First
get.
class fucking mint.
And they're not gonna save it for you?
They're going to save it for like 9 months.
I had right.
Fuck them.
And you know I love JetBlue. Yeah, a lot of people don't know this. Shit's gone away.
I-
That's why all that cancellation shit was so important. Cancel it. And get your money back now before people start realizing what's really happening.
It's like I can't understand it. Why? Okay, I was like 6 months booked, so I buy tickets in advance because they're cheaper. So I have those tickets all bought, and then Delta goes, well, we'll live in two years, but my contracts are all void. Why is my contract with Delta void? I don't want to get on their plane because people are getting sick. It's just I really want the money back. I need it.
Everybody, I mean, but what? Listen, there are so many. I do this podcast for one reason. I brought you on today for one reason, because I know you bring joy. Right now, people are having the hardest times they'll ever
Yes.
have in their life. And I could tell you 1,000 stories I know personally.
I'll blow a pilot, okay? I'll blow a pilot. I'm offering to blow any Delta pilot that's listening right now.
Listen to me.
Yes.
I don't even think nobody wants a blowjob.
Damn
It's
it.
COVID. Would you take a blowjob from a civilian right
You
now?
know,
that just
no.
came up to you for COVID.
Okay, I won't blow you. I will not blow
blowing that
anyone.
COVID dick in your bloodstream
you're
through your
right.
nutsack. Now your
Yeah,
nuts got COVID.
shit.
Oh my
Now if you have a kid, the kid's gonna be born with COVID
Yeah.
right from the gate.
Jeez.
The kid's asymptomatic. He's born, his eyes all fucked
Yeah.
up. He's got to have a fucking
Forget
asthmatic thing and shit on
Get
him.
it?
No, you want to do nothing. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. I was having some fun with my wife for a while. For a couple of weeks, we were banging it out. But then I'm like, you come in, you piss, you got COVID on your hands. Thank God I always wash my hands.
That's good.
Before I touch my dick.
Yeah.
I've been doing
Nice.
that since I was 18. I don't even put my dick in the toilet. When I shit up. I'd rather leave a stain, like a snail, than leave my nutsack. I want my nutsacks and my dick to always be clean, prepared. I don't ever want somebody to come back and say I got a toothache from sucking
That
your
is
dick.
so-
You know what I'm saying?
So good to
You
know.
have to be you know.
He's a romantic.
You know, that's why people listen to your show.
You have to
It's
wash your
important.
fucking hands before you touch your
Yeah.
dick. If not, the woman you love or the guy you love is going to get something one day. He's going to come back with a fucking cavity. And I don't know how I got it. I haven't eaten
That
candy in
explains
years.
why Lou's always washing his hands.
Gotta wash your fucking
Yeah.
hands before you touch your dick.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. How has life been after this? What has life been treating you like? What do you feel like?
Honestly, the very best thing was seeing my name at the Comedy Store. The same night your name was up at the Comedy Store. That night was like the best night for me. Getting back to the Comedy Store was the best thing beyond anything else. And then just the world, the touring, headlining, and all my life dreamed like I could do an hour and be a good headliner and get people to laugh for hour after hour. And the strength, it's like laying the brick and getting to that point where you really can lay a good wall and do fancy tricks
My
at the
wife
top.
taped you every night.
Oh, it's so
Terry
nice. I
taped you.
love that.
I would think I watched one of them with you, and I was so
So
fucking
sweet.
proud of you. Like,
You said that
you
you
want me to
guys
tell you
watched.
something, man? I think I like tears in my eyes. I look for that shit. Like, I leave the house at night. When I used to do comedy, before I leave the house at night, I check Conan.
Yeah.
I check Letterman. I check everybody
See
to
if
see
your
if
friends
one
are
of my
on.
friends is going to be
So
there.
great.
And I tape it, and I sit there the next morning. I wake up like a fucking 14-year-old kid who's going to get his dick sucked by the teacher the first time, right? I wake up ready to go, and I put the special, I put your thing on TV, and I'm fucking cheering for you.
Thank you.
And 6 out of 10 times, I'm very disappointed. Why did he do that joke? He's been doing that joke for fucking 2 years. God damn it. You just fucked it up. You couldn't think of something else. Like, I'm one of those guys. Like, I'm coaching them.
Yeah.
Do the fucking radiator joke. And they're like, well, yeah. And I'm like fucking getting pissed off. With you, you looked beautiful. Like, you were comfortable talking to the judges and shit. They dug you. I'm like, that's the Comedy Store.
Yeah, it is.
That's what my wife said. She goes,
Yep.
she won that. That's the Comedy Store.
That is the Comedy Store because
It's
it
crazy.
takes everything out. It takes you down to be real, especially the original room. You have to find. You cannot be in there and not any bit of you that's not real is like an X-ray machine. So I feel like that's what I was into so long, and so yeah, being on that show was millions of people watch that show. Like 13, 14, 15 million people a week watch that
believe
show.
that?
And so I had no idea of what that would mean for my career. And it just, I'm so lucky and happy because I just kept hoping that something would happen that I get to keep doing stand-up. And I didn't know what it would be, but I just hoped that something would happen. And that's what happened. And I got
Could you be a road warrior at this age? Were you out there every week?
I was 2 years and I came home like twice. We were, yeah. And it was, and it, it's great. It is great. As long as you can do it, it's great. And I have met so many wonderful people. And, people took me on boat rides and took me to their houses and fed me and Lou. And we met great people and it was so much fun. And then it ended so fast. And that's okay. It happened for everyone. And maybe it'll happen again and Vegas will come back. But whatever it is, I got to do it. And I am so grateful.
I learned one thing out of this quarantine and this situation. I'm okay though. I'm lying to you if I'm telling you I'm not having a hard time some nights. I had to stop doing the edibles because I was using them as a crutch. You got nothing else. Well, I got no spot tonight. I might as well start eating edibles at 4 in the afternoon. And by fucking 8, I'm a mess, on the couch. So, I said some things. I did some things about comedy that, it was too much in my life. I didn't want that much in my life. And now I realize I was wrong. I was wrong. And I'll tell you what, man. I hope they do come up with a vaccine. I hope they make it that at least we could perform in front of 200 people.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I'll see you in the alley.
I'm 57.
Yeah.
So I just want to stay healthy enough to do one farewell tour. Like, go to every fucking small club from Providence. Like, I liked all those 280 clubs,
Yeah.
Like, that's my world. Anything after that theater world I went on, that was a great time. But I got to tell you something, it wasn't for me.
It's not the feel that you want.
It wasn't for me. I realized that. I remember realizing it and going, why do I keep booking theaters? And I remember I had either in June was the last set of theaters. It was a Cleveland, Indianapolis run. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. What? Because, in April, we didn't know about COVID. We thought we were going to be back to work in June, and the theaters were going to be packed again. And I remember looking at that date going, I can't do it. It was too much for me to fly into a city. I was flying into a city Thursday. I'm not complaining. I had it nice and easy. This is as easy as can be.
Yeah.
I go to the best restaurant in town, where, like local flavor.
Yes.
Like somewhere local,
Wow,
nothing
so
like.
fun.
I give a little big tip.
Yeah.
I talk to the locals. The show is already sold out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go meet some of the locals.
Yeah.
And then I went back to the hotel. Friday, I get up. I go to a kickboxing school or something in the area.
Fine.
I'd call them before. Or I'd go to the gym. I'd smoke pot. Have a nice breakfast at the hotel. Take a nap. Watch Narcos.
Yeah.
And then you do this little 8 o'clock show at the theater, and it's sold out. And afterward, you take some pictures, and you're in your room by 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yep.
But this is what I didn't like. I had to be out of there by 10 and go to another train station, and it was either a 4-hour train or 3-hour. And Saturday is your nap day. Friday night when you go on the road, you can't wait till the second show is over. because you got Twinkies, you got a fucking pizza, you got fucking 8 sleeping pills, you got edibles, you got heroin, you got Narcos, you got The Godfather. You have so many things when you go back to your hotel room. Why? Because you don't have to get up on Saturday. Hello?
Right.
Hello?
No radio on Saturday.
No radio on Saturday. So I'm up till 4 fucking around Friday nights, writing, texting, whatever the fuck, you know. Then Saturday, you get up at 8. Even if I went to bed at 4, I'd get up at 8, catch 2 eggs sunny side up, 2 pieces of bacon, 2 pieces of wheat toast, no butter, eat it, walk outside, smoke a fucking joint, go back to the hotel room, and that's where I sat till about 4:30. I'd go to the gym, get a little room service, because I'm not going nowhere at 6. At 6, I'm not going nowhere. And everybody's got a piece of salmon, right? Everybody's got salmon. So I would eat salmon, go to the club. I rather do the clubs.
Yeah.
I was more comfortable in that club
Because you feel
setting.
them. They feel the room. You feel the heart.
Yeah.
In the theater, they're so far away.
Yeah, no.
And you don't have a dialogue with them.
No,
You have your
no.
ba-boom, ba-boom. It's not like getting real.
It's great. It's fun. It's a great experience
Yeah.
to have. But
Yep.
I'm going back to Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the clubs. You know, which ones? I don't know. We'll see which one's open and what's left. But that's how I feel.
You know what really stuck with me from we had Rudy Sarzo on our recent episode, and he said the thing that helped him in life is to not look for happiness, but to look for peace. And that sort of sounds like what you're talking about, Joey, because everyone talks about doing theaters and doing arenas, but you're more peace.
You come to an age. Listen, it's all about your age and what you've been through and what you've seen. We've seen how many comics come and go
Yeah.
that had more things going on than you and I have
Yeah.
ever dreamed of.
Yeah.
They disappeared. They're
Right.
selling. Go on Facebook. They're selling real estate.
Yeah. They just
In
couldn't.
Florida now.
Yeah.
This was too much. And
Right.
this.
I always just think they had sense.
Yeah. No.
I'm
This
only
is too
kidding.
much. This is. This. The beginning of this is rough. The middle of this is rough. And guess when it gets rougher? Once you're up there. I can't imagine Kevin Hart's life.
Yeah.
No wonder he flipped that fucking car. I can't imagine
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle's life.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Arenas, fluffy.
Yeah.
That's not. I love that he's doing it,
Yeah.
but you know what? I just want to go back to the clubs.
Yeah. For real.
I want to Lenny Bruce it.
Yes.
I want to fucking
They're so.
talk to people.
Yes. That's what you're doing it for. The theater's like, oh, you're doing it for the check.
How many clubs do you go to see the staff?
Right.
Like the staff in Wise Guys
Yep.
in Utah, the staff
So
in
nice.
Cleveland.
Yep.
The staff is that
Yep.
are fucking West Palm Beach.
Yep.
The staff is sweet down there. Tempe. Oh my God, they couldn't be any nicer.
Yeah.
So you look forward to all that.
Yep.
Now we don't have Dick.
Yeah.
I look forward to watching. My goal is not to watch Jeopardy at 7. If Jeopardy comes on, I'm at the wrong room. Okay. Yeah. So as soon as 10 to 7, I get up, and I sometimes I cry.
Yeah.
Sometimes then I call Lee and torture him to make myself feel better. I call Lee and tell him I'm going to bring a hooker to his house. And
That's
he's
so
gonna have
funny.
to eat her ass and shit.
But I love that you said you already forgot that you're a comic. I mean, it's only been 3 or 4 months, and we've done it for every night of our
I
lives.
had to
20
forget because if not, it would be too painful.
Yeah, I guess it's just.
I had to
weird.
forget.
Yes.
I had to forget. This is like getting raped. We
Because
got raped. I got fucking raped, man. 29 years I was doing something, and the guy came with a fucking a Wuhan dick
Yeah.
and shoved it up my Wuhan little ass.
Yeah.
And now, not me, but all my fucking friends are all stuck in an apartment together every goddamn
Yeah.
night. And, I wouldn't send a friend of mine unless your fucking parent dies, you go on a plane right now. That's it. If you call me, you tell me you're going to Disneyland, I'm going to take your phone off. Out of my phone. I'm taking your number out of my phone.
No, you're right. It is true. And it's just like, I think you're right, though. It's like you can't think about it. But I keep also thinking, like, oh, well, maybe I was just pretending anyway. It was just all pretend. It wasn't real. No, it was real.
It was fucking real, Jack.
real.
When I went to prison, it was real.
Yeah.
And the sentence I served in fucking comedy, this has been real. Okay? Greyhounds,
Yeah.
Right. We served, this was a different type of prison. Comedy is a different type of prison because it lives in your head, guys.
Yeah.
We live in our heads. I don't need 4 bars to put me in prison. I could do it on my own. If you want, I'll give you one of these. These will help you. These ABXs, they'll put you in prison mentally.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's
So you're a comic. You put ourselves mentally in prison. I'm not good enough. That joke sucks.
Yep.
I look like shit. I don't know why I do this.
They're better
I should
than me.
quit. Every fucking
Yeah.
time I drive to the
Yeah.
29 years.
Yes.
Every time I drive to the comedy store, I'm a loser.
Yeah.
My mother sucks
That's the
dick. I
mantra.
can't believe she died.
Yep.
You know. And then you catch yourself by sunset. You're like, what the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah.
I'm headed to the world famous, bitch. The fuck the motherfuckers up.
This is mine.
The fuck you talking about? I'm gonna go steal that like fucking. What are you crazy? But leaving the house when I gotta go on the road on a wet Thursday? Oh, little Joey becomes the biggest fag you've ever met in your life. I lose things. I yell at my wife. I don't know where the earphones are. You know what I'm saying? You charge them. Why should I charge them? They're yours. You know.
Right.
And then you get in the Uber
Look
and
at
you're
that.
like, okay.
Yeah. This is what I
Okay.
do.
This is what I do. You get to the airport, you cut to the front of the line, right? Hey, what's going on? You ever go to American Airlines? They got the really heavy set black chick that lets you upstairs. She's beautiful. So I would flirt with her constantly. There's my girl. Oh shit. Oh shit. And she said, how you doing, sugar? And you go, you know people at the airport. Forget Burbank. I got them on fucking speed dial. I do what I want in Burbank because Armando Casillo's wife.
Nice.
His daughter runs Burbank Southwest. So all you gotta do is go up there. She gives you like the fucking handicap card. You get on the plane first. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. You could have C82. And that bitch will go, come here. Come here. Take this and take this. And next thing you know, you're walking on the plane with a limp and shit. But
Yeah.
fuck it. You gotta borrow your nephew's football helmet and walk in there.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're gonna get down, we gotta get down on a Sunday back. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it. We have a fake service dog, and they all know us in San Diego, so they all just smile and let us in. But yeah, it's just.
So what are you
wonderful.
gonna do now? What are we doing now? What's the name of the podcast?
I started a podcast. It's called Big Girls Don't Cry,
iTunes.
and it's on iTunes, and I do it live on YouTube.
Okay. And
Next
put it
day,
on Spotify also.
On Spotify, it's on Spotify too.
Put it on
Thank you.
Spotify.
So we just have 2 episodes in, and I sat with my legs apart because I always spread my legs because I don't sit well. So I got a lot of complaints the first week from my snatch. But like you said, I'm just going to put advertisements down there from now on.
That's it.
Because the
Wear
next
your
week I
mask.
tied them together because I was so embarrassed.
Wash your monkey.
There you go. Clean it
Don't
up.
forget the floss.
There. That's right. Lou, that's Lou's job.
And then the best thing is you take those underwear, you sell them brand
Yeah.
new, but you also
Yeah.
tell them this. I got the, like right now you get the Sylvester Stallone in 2 versions, the uncut version
Yeah.
and the regular version. Tell them I got a pair of shorts for you that I walk a mile in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What do you want to do with those? Autographed. Those come autographed. That's an extra 20.
There you go.
Get a whiff of that monkey.
I got to
Fresh.
get through this
Lou
somehow,
don't give a
Joey.
fuck.
You just
Lou wants
saved
to
us,
smoke
Lou.
pot.
You just saved
Yeah,
us.
this is it.
Yeah.
Listen, there's 1,000 hustles on the compete.
That's it. That's
it
it.
really is.
That's
and
it.
You're such a personality. You're such a sweetheart
Oh, Joey, you're so great.
that this is a natural for you. You're going to be doing 2 of these a week.
Lou said, Vicky, it's like, we couldn't stay on the road forever. This might be a blessing. I'm like, it could be. And I'm with my friend Amber Rose. My best friend died 4 years ago, Cindy Burns, and she was producer of Funniest Housewives of Orange County. Anyway, she was great. Joan Rivers found her right before she died, and it was great, and she was wonderful. But her daughter, Amber, is my co-host, and I love Amber, so it's really special. So it's really fun.
Vicky, man, when I saw what was going on with you, I was very happy.
Thanks.
Because finally the good guys won. Finally the good guys won. We know who's worked hard and who's put their ass in the line and who's sacrificed. You lived in a trailer park, Vicky. You've sacrificed.
I mean, I've been so grateful, but yeah, people dropped off food sometimes, and I was so embarrassed. Like, people are dropping off food. They know I would let it slip that a job got canceled. I let it slip with my friend, and then I get home, and there's a bunch of bags of food from Trader Joe's outside, and I'm like, fuck, I'm such a fucking loser. I'm the worst mother. And then I went, on the other hand, somebody loves me so much that they're going to drop off food for us. So it was like, learn that kind of gratitude, and that's the great thing about doing what you love, just jumping off that cliff and letting it happen. And so people always go, like, you've struggled, you sacrificed. If I'd have kept my parents' fucking carpet store like I was supposed to do and been rich from that shitball life, that would have been suffering. So I feel like I haven't suffered. I've been just so happy. Poor, but extremely happy.
But fucking happy.
Fucking
man.
happy. Yeah.
Fuck them.
Right,
You know?
yeah.
Money don't buy happiness, and people really don't know that until they find happiness and they see that. What was all that fuss about?
That's what people are saying about COVID. The lesson that other people will learn is that you will find that you will find happiness other than on what you can fucking buy at the mall and the shit you can order. You can find happiness a whole different way. And my daughters are raised on air. And I think, and their peers are lovely and wonderful, but my daughters are grit, because they had to, and they were on their own and they knew it. So I think that also children, just our world was just becoming so buy, get, and even in my own head. And so, I was like jumping back down that train and that I'd not been on forever. So I'm grateful that that train is not there for me right now. And I think that's going to be a lesson for a lot of people. That it's not about consuming. It's about loving people, having fun.
Right now, yeah. It's listen, a lot of people are going to get thrown out at the end of this month. There's going to be a lot of pain. There's going to be a lot of confusion. And this is why I do this podcast twice a week. I'm
So
not looking
good.
for something from nobody.
Right.
I got no tickets to sell.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
I do this because I want people to know we're with them.
Yeah.
We're with them. We
Right.
know what you're going through, man. And I have empathy for you. I wish I had $100 million Spotify deal
Yeah.
so I could send all my listeners a fucking stimulus check.
Right.
I really would, because they've been here with us through all these years. The only stimulus I can give them is love for them to pass on.
Absolutely.
Not to be angry. There's no debtor's prison. Can't put you in jail for being in debt. You can suck my dick. You
Right.
can keep calling me, I'll hang up on you. I don't give a fuck.
And if you-
I'll change numbers.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck.
Jesus.
I've lived off ramen before, and you know
Yeah.
what? It's not bad.
No.
It's not bad. So they can't take away your dignity. They can't take away your soul. Some girl called me the other day. She goes, I sold my TV, my stereo, my couch. She's having a hard time. And my reply to her, I've known her for so long, and she's such a decent girl. She
Yeah.
doesn't realize it. Like, she's beating herself up too much
Yeah.
over this. And I said, you haven't sold your soul like most of these people in this
Right.
town. And you haven't sold your pussy. Once you do that, that's
Yeah.
when you got a problem.
Yeah.
But if you didn't sell those two in this fucking town, you're going to be fine. So, and and me, whatever.
It's true. It's like you have to just understand that the worst case is we end up with a shopping cart. We're still going to be all right.
We're still going to be
And,
all right.
and if you know somebody who needs a bag of rice and you have a bag of rice, you could drop it off at their house. Or, like, I have an old neighbor in my trailer park and she's French and I know she's low on money and low on wine. So I buy really cheap bottles of wine for me. That's what I drink. And I'll give her an extra bottle for $2. And it's like, just like if you suspect a friend needs some food, I can tell you, well, not that I probably would have been better if I didn't take the free food. I should have gone hungry more. But if you do know somebody who needs a little something, there's nothing wrong with dropping off a bag of rice or a bag of beans. I mean, especially now, just keep your eyes open. Who might need a little something? It's not like you can give them a bunch of money. We don't have it. But you can give somebody COVID and some bread.
Vicky, that's what this is all about, is empathy right now.
Yeah.
You go on social media and it's hate. This is empathy, man. Well, this is, somebody told me today, you got to get Dice on the show and to prove that people can't attack you no more for saying what you're saying. They could keep attacking all they want. I'm going to keep saying what the fuck I'm saying until they throw me under the jail or 6 feet under. So at this point, you can suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? What days do you release your podcast?
On Thursdays.
Thursdays.
Yeah.
So I want you to download, what's the name of it?
Big Girls Don't Cry.
You will not, I want you to follow her journey. She's going to take you on a fucking great journey because she's taking me on a journey today. I realized something today. I realized why I quit doing coke and stuck with it. Marilyn did cut a deal for me.
Right on. Thank you, Marilyn, you sweet girl.
She did cut a deal for me.
I think she's been watching over me really strongly.
Oh, me too. I feel it. I light a candle for her on Mondays.
My shiver. Her and Mitzi.
Yeah.
So
people have no idea.
Yeah.
People really have no idea.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love
Vicky
you, Joey.
Bartlett.
Thank you.
Lou,
Congratulations on the great
I love
show.
you, and thank you for cracking Lee. You showed him Comedy 101 by saying his name wrong.
That's great.
Thank God you were playing the piano. The whole audience would have heard him fracture from the inside.
And thank you guys for doing this show. I enjoyed it so much. It makes my week so much better.
Please. This is what we do here.